You know what I miss? You know who I miss?
I'm going to guess Dave Cullinane, maybe on the chit chat you just had?
No. Warthog.
Wow, come on. How could you not?
Just miss his presence, his energy, our talks. Yeah. Would it be weird if I started hanging out with you guys?
No, not at all. Come
if
on
I just
by.
swung by and just kind of...
Even, you know what? I'll bow out. You two can just hang.
What's a night with the Warthog like? I mean, I can't even imagine.
Wild.
Has he ever spoken to his girlfriend? Do they speak to each other?
No.
I didn't think so.
They blink at each other.
Warthog, I don't think has a parody account. Or he probably does.
I've heard last night he made one.
He made one himself?
No. Like there was a Warthog account.
One was made. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. What a nice moment for him.
I know.
Is he going to join us in studio?
I don't think that's...
He could.
I don't think we need to extend that any further.
Electric.
Is he your best friend?
Yeah, I would say so.
Jesus Christ.
I know, weird. Randomly paired freshman year roommates.
Oh, is that what it was?
Inseparable ever since, yes.
It's like Sideways, you know.
I was very
Thomas
nervous
Hayden Church and Paul Giamatti's
yeah.
characters were freshman roommates in college, San Diego State. What were you saying?
There you go. I was nervous when I first met him. I was like, this guy's going to be a weirdo. And I was right, but
I was going to say he's
a lovable weirdo.
Seems very strange.
Yeah.
He didn't say a word to me, I don't think.
Well, I mean, he doesn't want to bother you.
Well, I mean, I said, hello, how are you? He didn't say a word in response.
It's odd because you were so welcoming on Saturday. You were really outgoing and friendly.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't really understand it. I don't know.
Well,
fuck him.
Tell him to work on it.
Fuck himself. That's fine.
Got a text from Mike Portnoy just now. Still waiting for toilet paper apology. Have the boss call the cousin show this morning as promised.
We're going to be running too late today.
I forgot that existed.
Tell him I will call
that
later.
Wild controversy.
I don't even. Jesus Christ. Matt Fuller. I would say I will call this week. How's that?
Okay.
But we are taping today. Let him know that. Tell him sorry that we're going to. By the way, I feel very claustrophobic in this room now.
The walls are literally closing in on you.
I don't think I like this very much.
Well, you'll be moved up soon. Once he's gone.
Oh, that's right.
Once we get rid of this nuisance.
The fucking heat is annoying.
Yeah.
Steve blabbering about the heat this morning with fucking the windows or something.
You see, the thing is, we might need some insulation because the heat might get sucked out.
Well, it's negative 20 in January. It's going to get colder. Don't you understand that? Are you stupid?
I had a feeling that might happen, but I'm glad he confirmed it.
Are you texting Mike back?
Yes.
Okay, good. I mean, what would I apologize about? I think I saw toilet paper on his foot.
You remember that?
He thinks that you made it up. He says you haven't provided photographic evidence.
I am not. Well, I mean, listen, if we're in a court of law, I think he's got the stronger case. I would have to concede it.
Well, the thing is that controversy blew up so big, and then you never acknowledged it.
We kind of want to run away from it.
Yeah.
That miniseries is going to be unbelievable on Netflix. I can't wait. We play Mike Portnoy in the movie.
That's interesting. Who's the shortest actor we can think of?
I don't know. But you see how Dave is going to look exactly like him.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes. I mean, he must be really excited about that. But
do you think Dave is shrinking too?
Yeah, although he's short anyway. He wears lifts. He's probably like 5'5", 5'6".
Dave?
Yes,
Yeah,
seriously,
right
I think he probably is. And
yeah.
And he's starting to look like his dad now. I mean, he looks like he doesn't look like he's any age though. Because he's so weird. He's had all this surgery and fucking tanning and stuff.
Surgery?
Yes.
I bet
plastic surgery.
Mike Portnoy's probably taking better care of himself.
Yeah, he looks younger than Dave at this point. Honestly, Dave's like Trump. He's got that weird fucking orange thing going.
It's all that booger sugar.
Yeah, I guess.
We're coming up on we're getting closer and closer to Dave's death date.
Well,
when is it? When
every
is that
day,
again?
I think it's
March?
May of next year. I thought May something of next year.
Never mind. Not quite.
We're also getting closer, by the way. Before we tackle a couple of issues from yesterday and move on, as only we can. Friday. You know what Friday is?
The 100th day.
The 100th episode
show,
of the Kirk Minihane show.
Really?
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah. And for that, I want everyone to meet up at some vigil somewhere, and we'll do a whole live show from there.
Kirk's just lonely.
Well, 100 episodes, 2.5 hour average.
Yeah,
I would say so.
Yeah,
I think so.
The first month or so might drag the average down a little
maybe, but I mean, we have a bunch of over 3s and 4s. I'd say we're at 230 average, give or take. So what's that? How many is that? 230 hours worth of, is that right or no?
Yeah.
230 hours worth of entertainment.
My God.
Or to be 250.
250 hours worth of entertainment.
Yeah.
Why would it be 250?
2.5 hours. You were just doing times 10.
Yeah.
Out to 230.
Okay. Either way.
Whatever the math is.
You're probably right. Who knows?
Probably both wrong.
Either way.
Math isn't our strong suit.
It is not for me. If you have most podcasts are once a week.
Yeah.
Usually takes you 2 years to get to
250
100.
episodes of that. That's 5 years worth.
How long did it take South Park to get to 100 episodes?
I don't know. Why are you so obsessed with South Park?
I like South Park.
I know. We all like South Park, but I mean, like,
I was just
everything.
thinking of their 100
everything-
episode.
I know.
He's been thinking about it. He asked
You
me
know-
this morning. I thought news broke with them or something.
Did he ask you or no?
He asked me if I like South Park. Yeah.
Oh, I was watching it. I was getting
What are you-
caught up last night.
What are you in 5th grade walking around during recess? Do you like something? Jesus.
Well, it was in between insulation.
Do you like Star Wars? Yeah. Do you like wrestling? Yeah.
What the fuck am I supposed to talk about?
Nothing. What do I talk about when I walk in here? Nothing. Do you like South? What do you say?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, do you? Yeah, do you? Yeah, what's your favorite episode? Yeah. What's your favorite character? Yeah.
Well, we got to the bottom of it, though. I do like South Park.
You do?
So-
Who doesn't?
Yeah. I'm sure
I
there's
don't
some
like
Some
South
people
Park.
just don't watch it.
I know, but do you watch it every week?
Yeah.
No, I've seen a couple.
Not as good as it
episodes
used to
this
be, I would say.
season.
Yeah,
Integrity
some hits and some misses.
Save it for the South Park podcast. Point is, why would you ask that question? It was a fucking TV show. How long did it get to get 100 episodes? It's not even the same as a podcast. I mean, what is like? What? I don't understand.
I don't think we need to dwell on
South
it.
Park is good American television.
How long it took that Papagino's and Whalen to serve its 100th pizza? I don't know. Who gives a shit? It doesn't even matter. What comparison is that? What goes on in that brain of yours? Jesus.
Well, the point is, 100 episodes is a lot.
No, it's not really. I was just kind of making a note, and I was impressed that Steve knew the answer. That's impressive.
Right.
Will we get to 1,000 episodes? That's a big question.
10 times the length we've been doing this.
Mike says, okay, this story is very harmful to my reputation as a clueless old man.
That's true.
going on?
He's right about that. I would have, if you would, your mind's always working. Mine's always working. If you locked me in a room for like 70 years, that story would have never gone in my head again. Until now.
Totally forgot about it.
I have no.
I
I don't remember the court case. Like I don't even remember that's going on.
You're still programming the cousin show, though.
I mean, Jesus.
When you said that, my first thought was, oh, Mike Portnoy has dementia. Like he's losing his mind and just texting us about random things. I forgot that happened.
Weird instinct for you to have that.
Yeah, there's no way that's right.
I mean, the good thing is by doing that, he'll now forget about it for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And he'll just. What was he? He tweeted at me again the other day. Remember? Did you see that? He was like,
Oh,
at Kirk
the
Min.
movie that he liked or something. Some kind of movie
That's what it
quote
was,
he
right,
butchered.
The Untouchables. Yeah, but the first was my name, and then he's like, it's my favorite movie. And my favorite quote from my favorite movie is a totally wrong quote. He just misquoted the.
What is this relationship you two have?
I don't have one.
Oh, he's the grandfather of the Kirk Minihane show.
He is the grandfather of the show. That's true. A guy like him, by the way, could use Simply Safe in that house of his, in that palace of his in Swampskip, because I get a feeling if somebody breaks in and he's there by himself, I don't think he's going to get the job done.
No.
No.
Not a physically
I don't
imposing.
know if throwing toilet paper at somebody's going to do it from your freaking shoe.
It's not toilet paper.
That's true. It's not. I apologize to that. A recent Gallup survey shows Americans worry more about burglary than almost any other crime. I've thought about this before. I suppose that makes sense because it really is one of the few ones that hits home, no pun intended, but I guess that's true, right? I mean, I don't know. What other crime would really be, Steve? Any other
You're
crime?
worried about your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like your Lincoln DVD.
Yeah,
right. Imagine somebody stole that from you?
Right.
Or stole your
Blu-ray.
Netflix? Yeah, your Blu-ray. More than mugging, more than terrorism, more than car theft and murder. I guess you don't think about yourself getting murdered much, though I have lately. According to studies, just over 10% of break-ins are planned beforehand. The rest are spur of the moment. It can happen anytime, as our buddy Kingpin Pete told us. And it's going to happen during the day between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Makes sense while you're at work. Over $2,000 the average burglary. So take care of it. Go to Simply Safe. Just be smart. I mean, chances are, it may not happen, but like we're looking right now in this house, always getting broken into over there. They clearly don't have Simply Safe. I mean, I see burglars going in and out of there. They must have a shitload of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Taking stuff all the time. They don't have Simply Safe. So get Simply Safe. There's no contract, hidden fees, fine print, 3.5 times faster. They use video verifications. Here, $15 a month. Easy to set up, usually an hour or less. It took me like a half hour. Me, and I'm a dope. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. Free shipping and a 60-day risk-free trial. Do it. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. All right, let's tie up some loose ends, shall we? Steve, I texted Steve yesterday, and he had a Linda Marks phone call.
I heard.
Did, yes.
Did it happen?
Yes, it did.
Let's hear it.
So
Did you ask to record it or no?
she did not want to record the phone call. She was not comfortable with that. So she went off for about 5 minutes about how hurtful the Twitter account KMS polls.
It is hurtful.
So we could do it without
Why
her.
do you take money from me when I fucked up so bad? Warthogs. Girlfriend is...
Go ahead.
See, it's not easy to write these
Won't
songs.
get you in trouble. Yeah.
I was trying to think of a lyrically Or because, I was going to, I don't know. Okay, go ahead. So I really got lost in the moment, though, there.
Yeah, so...
Why would we shoot that warthog?
It's easy to parody, which she should remember.
God damn it.
We don't need you.
Yeah, hun.
We'll get Kevin from Bristol on this in 5 minutes.
So Steve, just in case you didn't listen yesterday, I'm sure you did. Steve, who is usually a jovial fellow, all business about this. Like, you're getting it.
There were no jokes.
Is this Essie or is this Steve?
I went full SE.
This was
Holy fuck.
We tried to joke about it, and he was not having it.
No.
Yeah, so the KMS polls account.
Right.
The KMS polls account tweeted out, a question about whether she should get paid or not. She saw that and assumed that it was us, like it was an official account. So I pick up the phone and she just goes 100 miles an hour for 5 minutes talking about how hurtful that is.
Russian. Go ahead.
I told her, Linda, I can't control things that random people put on the internet. I didn't do that. I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings, but your issue is with whoever runs that account.
Okay. How'd her voice sound?
A little shaky. She was a little worried. She's clearly upset.
No, I'm saying from laryngitis perspective.
Oh, her voice was fine.
Interesting.
Okay, go ahead.
And I said, we're willing to pay you for your time, but what do you think is fair? And she said that she talked with a friend of hers at the studio, and she thought $500 was fair.
And she wanted more money than she got paid before?
Yes.
A sweet studio.
And then if there's one thing I know about S.E. Robinson, he laughed smugly and said, Linda, that is complete hogwash.
I said that's outrageous. I told her. I said that's outrageous. And
does she know she's getting in the ring with you? It's a fucking master negotiator.
That's right.
I mean, come on.
So then she says, well, I went to the studio for 5 hours and recorded this song, The Vow, for them. And I was like, and
asked
Linda,
for that.
Exactly. Who asked you to do that?
Right.
I mean, you did that of your own volition.
The master's one step ahead of you.
You're not getting paid for work that we didn't ask you to do.
Correct. Well done. Yeah.
And that we were disappointed in you. And she was like, well, I had the studio versions. And I was like, no, you didn't. You downloaded them from your phone in the middle of the event.
I was hoping to see you have a little more sense of humor about this conversation, but he's still very angry about it. This is very triggering.
This is not a joking matter. Much like Mike Portnoy with his shoe.
Right.
We
joke more about Mike's mom, almost getting killed in the greatest, most prolific death shooting in the history of this country than we do about this phone call. Which, when you really break it down, is a woman who wrote and sang a ridiculous song getting mad about something KMS polls tweeted.
Tragedies of equal measure.
I would agree with that, actually, yes. So go ahead.
So we probably talked for 10 or 15 minutes, and she's very upset, and she's going to give us a free rendition of Heroes at our next live event.
There's no chance this was DEC calling us Linda Marks, correct?
No, okay.
That was important.
But I mean, put yourself in my shoes. If you're sitting there at 5 o'clock and you have a phone call with Linda Marks,
hold on, I'm in your shoes. I'm not in your shoes yet. All right, go ahead.
Slip them on.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so you're sitting there, and your entire evening is going to be ruined because you have to talk.
What the fuck?
You have to talk to a crazy person.
Why's your whole night going to be ruined?
You have to talk to a crazy person who's basically trying to extort you.
Extort you?
Yes.
You can just say no. She didn't write anything. How much did you pay her?
I'm going to pay her on the low end of her honorarium.
Honorarium?
Yeah, I know. I'm aware how fucking stupid that is.
I know you are, Steve. Don't worry. Steve's scaring me.
Who will Steve be played by in this motion picture?
Jesus, fucking! Can you? They're doing that with De Niro and Pacino, and they make him younger.
Yeah,
they're gonna do it with Eastwood now for the Steve Robinson story. Let me get this straight, Linda. First of all, it's not an honorarium. Secondly, we're going on the low end of it.
That's what it'd be called, the honorarium.
The honorarium, Clint Eastwood. Hello, Linda. What's going on? So, what was her? So you got a low end of the honorarium,
yes,
and a free performance,
yes.
So you've now moved in your opinion about having her there, though.
I have not. The offer was on the table, though. If you wanted it, I was negotiating on your behalf, not for me.
Take it or leave it. I'll give you a little suggestion. Leave it's not an option.
Nobody plays ball like Steve Robinson. S.E. Robinson. I apologize.
Did you say something about KMS polls?
She insisted that.
Oh, Linda, I've got you right where I want you. That's got nothing to do with our program.
Oh, is that a web you have around you? Good luck getting out.
She insisted that she didn't just show up to pick up a check, that it was out of a sense of integrity.
Well, she showed up. I give her credit for showing up to some extent, trying to tough it out. It didn't work, but if you're sick like that, you have to have the
backup
in place.
Yes.
It can't not work. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I actually give her credit for showing up because that is the professional thing to do. But she should have also said,
no. She should have called and canceled. Just straight up. She should have called and canceled.
But think about it. If she called and canceled, we'd be saying, oh, and then we saw her singing Sunday night.
Well, that's my other question. Did you get to the Sunday night controversy?
So she was lip syncing, allegedly.
All right.
Wow. Well, I mean,
Let's edit that out. We don't want the fans to know that.
Is that fair to them?
I don't know. The question of justice, fairness, these are all swirling around.
Jesus. So did it leave? Were temperatures lower by the time the conversation was over?
A little bit. But she wanted to continue the conversation, and I had a polite but firm, okay, Linda, we're done.
Linda, it's Lincoln time.
And the words justice and fairness are shown on the screen in the trailer.
I tell you, though, when
You'll give me a free song.
I've never been to Russia. Why would you ask that question? It's ridiculous.
I channeled my inner Kirk Minihane when I made the point that she did not sing, and then at the end of the day for the photo op, she's right up there next to Kirk Minihane.
Oh, what was her
silence?
Nothing.
Silence.
Wow,
Nothing.
Like Murchison himself responding to my, which we'll get to in a second. Total silence from Linda. Wow. It was just dead silence?
Yeah.
Well, she can't speak.
How long was the silence on the phone between you two? I'd love to have seen this conversation.
6 minutes.
Hello?
I'm not going to break, Linda.
Good luck, Linda. I am a hero.
It was 11 minutes was the phone call.
Jesus.
Wow.
I mean, is she polite?
She's very worked up. She's very emotional.
Was any expletives used in this conversation on either end?
I don't think so, no.
No, okay.
Two pros.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
You know the rules before.
This is two pros.
You shake. It's like you and Feilerberg, two giants.
Yes.
Two intellectual giants.
Exactly.
So we left it. I'm not sure where we left it. So how much? We're not going to say how much you're paying her?
$300.
All right. That's what you want to do, Steve.
You don't want to play ball with Steve Robinson.
Yeah, no shit. Boy, you really negotiated her down. $100. She wanted more money?
Well, her friend at the studio told her that
Why?
all of the work that she put in was
The Linda
more
impression
valuable.
right there? Or no?
Yeah. No.
What?
Is she in the room?
I mean, why don't you just hang up right there and say, forget it, goodbye?
Well, I don't know. My capacity to be mean to old ladies is not unlimited.
She's not elderly.
Steve is two things. He's a shrewd negotiator, but more than that, he's got manners.
He's a gentleman.
Yes.
He is. I don't blame you. We could, because I think your point you made it to me yesterday was we can't pay her nothing and have her bitch on so she's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It doesn't really. And
there was already like a Minifan revolt brewing about the shadiness of not compensating her, even though she didn't perform.
she
her
just realized that
services.
the live show in the February, beginning of March, whenever it is, they're going to boo the shit out of her when she shows up, I think. She's going to have to handle it. She's not going to like that.
Well, unless she redeems herself between now and then somehow. You never know.
guess.
Come out with another hit tune.
We don't need any of these. Like, we don't even need her for it.
I'll tell you one thing's clear. She does not listen to the show.
Why is that?
She just was completely unaware. She definitely doesn't listen to the show.
She knows a joke?
She has no idea why she's so popular with the Minifans.
Should she even care?
Just
Take it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Just be happy.
Right.
I mean,
People still downloading that song.
you should have had her record some sort of apology song.
Sorry.
Maybe she will.
Yeah. That's not. Yes, I would think so.
How does it go, Mike?
Sorry.
All right, so that's okay. Well, I suppose we solved a lot there as we usually do.
Excellent.
I listened with some interest to KFC radio this morning
Was listening on the way in.
and was stunned at Feilerberg's take on this whole thing from his appearance yesterday and his anxiety leading up to it.
Oh, you were stunned that he was worried coming in.
Yeah. Do we have it?
Yeah,
Very odd.
I kind of felt like I dropped the ball. Like, should we have tried to get him canceled?
Yes.
Evidently, yeah.
The next time we're going to for sure. Next time we're just going to, because he doesn't listen to this podcast, so it doesn't matter. We're just going. I'm going to say to him like on a Thursday, like we're coming in tonight. We're taping the show. We need you on.
Yeah.
Like, can you come on?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know.
We've already got screenshots. And, yeah.
I mean, I didn't even. Jeez, I don't know.
I mean, I did dig up his old tweets. I
It
just
does
didn't
sound
print them
awfully
off.
guilty. I mean, Jesus.
And this was also, they're giving it too much credit in the sense that it was an argument between me and him. Like, you really care that much.
I don't care.
You know what I mean?
I really don't care. I mean, I still don't care. But it was funny. I wish he had brought this to our show.
Yeah,
Right.
no kidding.
I'm like, why the fuck? I mean, I guess he's saving it for his show, but let me hear it.
John himself was almost canceled.
Yeah.
John almost got canceled by Kirk Minihane.
So we talked about cancel culture
Last episode.
on the show.
Well, and this has been going on for a long time. You kind of being like that. And I kind of co-signed it with when Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle were talking about it. Where it was
Yeah,
like,
right.
Let's not get out of control here. Comedy's not dead. People are still making money. But I was aware, there are still situations where there's consequences for your words. But you were, I'm also just I'm not the right guy for this. Because last episode you were like, give me an example. And I'm like, I'm
The
not
amazing
well-versed.
thread through this entire. How long is this?
This clip's like 52 seconds. And then there's the one where he talks about being depressed.
Okay. The amazing thing is how they both admit, like, yeah, we don't really know anything. yeah, we probably should have looked it up. If Feidelberg at one point is basically like, yeah, if I had known about it, if I had known about these things, I wouldn't have said that. Like, well,
it was last week. Feidelberg was so passionate about it. He's like, "This is complete bullshit." How can anyone come up with an example? And it's like, we have one example. And
he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, I can give you credit for that. Yeah, I didn't think of that."
It's a lot like Conan.
He acts like we're insane for knowing examples of like, well, Kevin Hart. Like, is it just like a Kirk Minihane thing that we're obsessed?
Francis Ellis. We can do it all. There are people who lose their jobs for insane shit.
And as I pointed out yesterday, they write blogs all the time on Barstool about kids that get kicked out of school for Halloween costumes or tweeting something.
Every day.
Like just people that we wouldn't know their names.
Right. I mean, every day. Go ahead.
So you went toe to toe with the cancel gang,
but it started the worst part was that they asked me to come on Friday. Not come on Friday's show, but the text
you got the text on Friday saying
to come Monday.
Right.
So I had I had a really bad week last
week. Does Feidelberg just bring that bed with him into there? Is that his entire life? Does he live
He's
in those
laying
sheets?
down in his underwear and a hoodie right now.
He's still wearing the tight ass underwear. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure he has enough money to buy himself some right fitting underwear.
I'm starting to wonder. I don't know.
I didn't come in since Wednesday. I was wearing a lot of hats.
Deep depression week.
Yeah, if you see me wearing hats, it's a bad look.
I'm with you on that.
It means like you're
not trying.
Couldn't look in the mirror that morning.
Yeah,
I've been having weird sleep, and I slept from Wednesday to Saturday night. And it was.
What do these people do at this company? I mean, I know I'm a professional. Like, I've worked in a professional environment, and I mean, look at sleep. I feel bad that he's going through this stuff. He's a very nice guy. I like him a lot. Yeah. And I would like, if somebody's gone through much the same, I'd be happy to help him out if needed. But what the fuck are you doing? You're fucking sleeping for 3 days, and you're like, he's worried about disappearing. Like, what do you think?
Did you ever have a sleepy phase?
No, mine's the opposite. Like, I just don't sleep.
Yeah,
like, I'm up at 4 every day, so I just don't sleep. But the idea that I work, I like this guy a lot. I like KFC a lot. I love that show. It's those are probably my biggest allies there with Dan and those guys. The idea that I would sabotage him on a Friday, fuck with him, and be like, "Hey, Monday, I'm going to ruin your life, asshole."
So does that say more about Feidelberg, or does that say more about you?
I think there's this idea about me where they think I'm going to do what the fuck?
They really do think you're a serial killer.
I don't even understand. What would I do?
Oh yeah, John, get ready for your fucking life to be ruined.
You know what, John?
You call Blind Mike dumb on Twitter. That's it.
Well, let's say Monday. You know what? Let's do it Thursday, okay? Yeah, have a few more days of stew, you fucking asshole. Oh, guess what we just found? Oh, I'm not going to tell you. There's some surprise guest calling.
He says that, though.
I know! What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Whoa, dude.
They say that shit manifests in your skin. I was waking up all bruised and shit.
Yeah, what the? Are they talking about me or no? I don't know if I can care about this fucking. It is depression. Jesus. Those are Mike's depression. Everyone's fucking depression.
Boo-hoo, right?
And it's just them versus you. So you're I need
no
a few
pads,
days to
no
just
helmet,
do nothing.
Yeah.
But then once the Minihane thing got added on, and I just got so much anxiety about it because I was convinced that what they were going to do on the Minihane show was they were going to try and cancel me to prove a point.
Right.
Hold on. fucking Clancy. Right.
And sure.
Kevin's dude, sure, I can understand why they do that.
Sure, there was an email.
Is there anything we could have done that would have gotten fired from Barstool?
I have no desire to do that. I have people we have enemies I would love to do that to.
Yeah.
Of course. I understand Feidelberg doesn't like the show, but he's not an enemy.
No, there's an email saved in my drafts to Dave Portnoy with a bunch of screenshots and accations. But
and the reality of it is, if you did that, you know who would get fired? You.
Me. Of course. Of course.
And by the way, you know who would have Barstool's back? Me.
Yeah.
Fuck this asshole. What is he?
Well.
Maybe he's quietly more insane than I thought, which I respect.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're clearly getting off on how much you were in his head, though.
Not even. I feel. So I texted him yesterday, and I didn't even realize it. I said, thanks for coming on the show, whatever. Let me see if I get his response here.
It now makes more sense how
what do
he
you
started
mean
out
by
the
that?
show. How he started out. He's like, oh, God. I was like, I didn't know if I missed the time. I didn't know what was going on.
I tweeted him yesterday. I texted him yesterday 1 o'clock. You're probably sleeping, but thanks for coming on today. He said, thanks for having me. I was very nervous all weekend for it, but I had a blast. I thought he was kidding. I'm so nervous about this. But he was fucking nervous about it.
Serious, yeah.
What The fuck?
I don't know.
A fucking lunatic. And Clancy's like, right. Like
feeding
yeah,
into it.
right. Like, yeah.
That was
I
a
knew,
50-50 chance.
Yeah, I knew it was good. Yeah. Man, you mentioned something about ruining your life. Like, first of all, how guilty does Feidelberg sound? He
does.
What the fuck does he have going on?
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
Jesus Christ. And Clancy, he's the biggest fucking... He fucking sells us out right there. Instead of being like, look, we've dealt with Kirk. We've had him on a bunch. I talked to him. He's a good guy. He wouldn't do that to you. Right. Yeah, right. Let me hear him again. Let me hear this asshole again.
You ever see the movie The Life of David Gale?
No, here's fucking...
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. They go the real extra mile to prove that
Listen to this.
something's wrong with the death penalty or something.
Yeah.
Hold on, because the Life of David Gale is a movie with Kate Winslet, Kevin Spacey. It sucked. It was terrible. But yeah, they're like death penalty people. They go so far to prove it that they basically stage, they kill somebody to prove that it's, you can do it and fuck it up. And it's just, that's like, he's equating that to us.
That is what we had planned. But then Feidelberg ended up being a nice guy. So.
Oh my God.
I feel like at war with each other. I like outsiders way more than I like people at Barstool. But for Minihane to have done that,
I was convinced they were gonna have. I was going through from Friday to Monday. I was going through anything I've ever said. I thought they were gonna have a row of ex-girlfriends in studio. I thought I was like, I don't know what they have on me, but they're gonna have something, and I was just planning. I was expecting the worst, plan for the best.
Yeah.
Should I be honored?
A little bit.
I think so.
They think you're a mastermind.
When I heard it, I was like, man, maybe we should have had something.
Jesus. Poor Mike,
Sinister.
too. It's supposed to be Mike's fight, and
I know.
nobody cares about Mike.
Not only that, I don't know if it comes up again, but Kevin's like, oh yeah, Kirk Six's yes men on you.
That did make me laugh.
As if you texted me
go get Feidelberg.
Yeah, it's time.
For Feidelberg. Poor John Feidelberg. He was a nice guy, and he's fucking the grips of horror over the weekend.
And I like Feidelberg. I've known him longer than you.
Him. Yeah, he's a very nice guy. I don't know.
No reason to take
Kirk
him down.
Minihane vigil
That was
Saturday.
something.
I mean, that shit is an actual cult. That picture of Kirk standing there with his arms out like Christ the Redeemer and his disciples hanging around.
I don't know where he gets that idea.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. I really want Kirk to win that battle. I don't know if you can when you're fighting deep pockets. I don't know how is that guy gonna ever lose, but that would be great.
I would guess it's a tough fight to win.
Yeah.
Thanks, John. You know what? Let's have him on Friday and ruin his fucking life.
It's just a guess.
He's right. It's tough. I actually felt a pang of sympathy when I heard him this morning. I was listening to it when I was running. We love KFC radio. Go listen to it. I actually felt bad. I was like, is he playing this up? Was this really the case? Was he really on Saturday
I don't
afternoon?
think he was playing it up.
No, I don't think so.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Has he killed somebody or something?
Well, now he makes you wonder.
I mean, really, I don't know.
Might be a crazy mind in our midst here.
Clancy said at one point, he said if he were me, he would have gone up and punched this guy in the face at something. Did you hear that part?
Oh, yes, yeah.
And I won't because I'm, we're non-violent here. We're like
Right.
Gandhi himself or Martin Luther King Jr. and me.
It also, in this case, would make things worse, I assume.
Would there be a level of satisfaction to it? Absolutely not.
Sure.
No,
No, that's what I meant.
No. If I dreamed
sure you
about it,
haven't fantasized
no,
at all.
masturbated to it, I have not. I swear on the life of God himself, I have not. So yesterday, we put the call out. I made the, do you want me to do something on Instagram, you said?
No, I was just thinking a quick video. You know
Okay.
how KFC does those videos sometimes where it's just a minute and a half and you just
Yes.
post it
Yeah.
to Twitter?
I
was thinking we could
acted like a boy, and I should have acted like a man. I've seen him.
What are you talking about?
It was a joke.
I don't understand.
It was that the apology KFC made after his big controversy.
Oh, I got you. All right, good. Mike's
If we were all on board, it would have been funny.
Maybe not. I know what you're talking about. It's not funny.
That's the way I feel all the time. If you guys would just laugh at my jokes, then they would be funny.
I know what it's like now. I don't like this.
So we did the thing. I saw it got a lot of views. People seem to be into it. And no response. So we laid it out, lay it out again.
Maybe he just didn't listen yesterday.
Probably not. Yeah, probably not. He can pick the moderator. He can pick the time. He can pick the place.
The young jerks guy, left winger, volunteered to moderate.
Sure. Yes, that'd be fine. Anybody who wants to moderate, he can pick it. He can pick the charity. We can agree upon it. I'll match it. And if the Minifans want to kick in $1, that's great. They want to kick in $1,000, that's great. That's up to them. Barstool will match whatever I give. And away we go. So I'll throw it out there again today. Nothing, right? I mean, nothing yesterday, right? We didn't hear anything?
We haven't heard anything, no.
Okay. Nothing.
I was going to send him a text and just say,
should.
Hey, Bob, just want to make sure you saw this.
You have his number,
contact me. Yes.
Yeah. Nobody in the media covered it, I'm guessing? No?
No.
Okay. I mean,
I would say Gay Pat was our biggest.
Did he weigh in?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I saw, what's his name? Wonton Don weighed in. We had some Barstool people weighing in on that yesterday. Not a lot, but we had some. We've got some allies in that building. Although he's actually not in the building. But we have some allies. So that's a good thing. Okay, so we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with that. My guess is nothing, but, we'll see. I don't know.
Town of Sherborne was very pleased with us.
Good. I should have been. We did nothing wrong. Yeah. We were respectful, and everyone seemed happy. I don't know.
It's disappointing because, like, when there's maybe the naive part of me thought, like, maybe this will happen. Maybe Bob will actually do it. Because I think the amount of good that would do is so much better than the ridiculous, childish nonsense that's been going on for the last 2 years, whatever.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't. It just never crossed my mind that he would say yes to it. I hoped he would.
No, yeah.
I mean, he can accept the offer. Or he can be satisfied being in the moral low ground. I mean, people are starting to turn on him, even his natural allies, and that's going to continue. And people are going to see that what he's doing is not some noble quest.
Now, and the more olive branches if that's what this is, like, then what leg does he have to stand on? It's like you're doing everything you can to make amends with this guy.
How about this? How about we give him a couple of days and we do without him? We pick somebody and just have a discussion about transgender issues in America today with somebody and invite people who want to join us, and we donate, and maybe Barstool will donate as well, and we set up something and we go from there. I mean, if he's not going to do it,
just leave an empty chair on the stage.
Yeah, and he's welcome. I mean, it's an important issue whether he agrees to join us or not. So maybe we should figure that out, and get that conversation going, because I do think it's important. Maybe he doesn't, but we do. So
have anyone in mind that would go against you?
No. I mean, nobody would.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, nobody would.
It'd be tough in general to find someone. Yeah,
right. I mean,
we could fly out Molly Woodstock if they'll come from Oregon.
Yeah, they're welcome to join us. Sure, absolutely. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Has Kurt Suzuki been banned from Major League Baseball like Shoeless Joe Jackson yet, and Pete Rose himself? Has that happened?
You'll be happy to know he's been killed.
He is.
Wiped him off the planet.
Good.
Yeah.
You can't win. I saw KFC tweet that we're going to do a week on this. I don't really have much to say about it.
I wasn't sure. I texted Steve yesterday. I wasn't sure if we would even do a day on it.
Well, it's just so predictable.
No, you can do 10 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
As soon as you see it happen, you're like, okay, I know how this is going to unfold.
Paint
all the
by
liberals
numbers
on
type
Twitter,
of shit.
Yeah, all the liberals on Twitter are just going to outdo themselves with increasingly bizarre reactions to it.
Yeah, it was definitely awkward looking and strange.
And
like everything with Trump.
Well, of course. But he's so Suzuki's a white man now. In case you were wondering.
Oh, he's been
yes.
I mean, what's the word?
I don't know. He's been drafted over into the white race.
That's a good English name.
Yeah. So if you don't know, the Nationals were at the White House yesterday, and he wore a MAGA cap during the ceremony and hugged Trump, sort of, and did some. Weird
Trump hugged him.
Yeah, he did a weird salute or whatever.
It was like Leo from the Titanic.
Yes, and then people said. It was almost like the New York Daily News kept saying the 2-arm salute. They were suggesting it was like a Nazi salute.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Kurt Suzuki, that famous Nazi.
Yes. Yeah.
And people were like, how are they gonna be teammates next year? How are you gonna play with this man? I'm like, I don't know.
I would guess that baseball players tend to be right wingers, right?
I think more than
I don't know.
Yeah, more than
other sports.
Oh, way more than other sports. More than basketball for sure.
Yeah.
A lot in the NFL. But you get a lot of Southern. Sort of,
Texas and
didn't go to college. Sort of dopes who would vote for Trump. It's kind of how it is. It's like the Barstool crowd, dopes. But we love them. I mean, I think
lovable.
Feidelberg called the Barstool crowd white nationalists essentially yesterday. Not me. during that.
That's true.
So weird moment.
Wow, that's Barstool all white.
But yeah, this is just going to be reoccurring forever. And honestly, the guy's got a lot of balls to do it.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, really, he knows. I mean, he's not stupid, I'm sure. He knows what's going to happen when you do this. You're going to get crapped on.
What was the comparison? Like putting on a Klan hood or something like that?
Yeah, they were running wild. But it shows what a good performer Trump is. Like, immediately, he's entertaining. He's playing to his base. Basically, you say a nice thing about him, and he's going to love you.
Oh, of course.
You whip out that MAGA hat. He is now Trump's favorite baseball player.
Yeah.
Norman Ornstein, a resident scholar at the American Enterprise Institute.
You got to say this, though. That sounds like a fun guy. That sounds like the name of a
Norm
wild guy.
Norm sounds like a real good time. Very sad. He wrote, I love Kurt Suzuki as a player, but he wore a MAGA hat to the White House, so I will not cheer him. Not as bad as Ryan Zimmerman, but his praise for Trump is hard to take. It's hard for him to take.
There's something funny about the Nats are the DC baseball team, DC primarily liberal Democrats, and having the Nats there sucking Trump's dick and just embarrassing all the left wingers who live in DC. It's awesome.
What was the other part of it? I mean, it's just I don't know. I just get. What was
there was the tweet that you sent last
got
night.
Deleted,
yeah, the guy deleted it. I can't remember what it said.
It was basically that this guy should be kicked out of the country almost.
Yeah.
The guy's at 300,000 followers. Who is that lunatic?
He's like a left-wing conspiracy theorist. He became popular after Trump was elected because he did like blogs about the Russia conspiracy theory.
That's good. That's a good instinct, by the way, to deport someone who's an American citizen.
What do you mean? Just get rid of him.
That's the way to fight Trump.
Yeah.
It's fucking. I don't know. And then the other one that was crazy yesterday, I thought, was actually, I got to say, well, he came on with us. We like him now. K. Marco did an excellent job tearing down this idiot from the Des Moines Register. Did you see the story that broke yesterday?
Yeah, he's good with that stuff. As much as it was an odd thing he did with us, he's good with that stuff.
So he published something at the Columbia Journalism Review.
So yeah. So he is we did it a while ago. Let's backtrack though real quick let's put a pin in this for 1 second. That's what I was going to mention. Is it Steve and I talked about purchasing advertising in a newspaper or something for Murchison. Mm-hmm. For this, do you think that makes sense? Like here's an invitation. We're going to do it here. Join us.
Just like an ad in the Boston Globe.
But I don't want to give the Globe any money.
I was going to say,
that's the problem.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's when you get into a pretzel there, because it would be nice to put it in the Globe.
Globe would be perfect because it's this big liberal. Put it this way, it's not money's it's a pride issue. If somebody else wants to do it and I don't know about it, it shows up in the paper. Fantastic.
Okay.
But I'm not. I can't give the Globe money. I can't do it.
Yeah, I was a little shocked when they told me the prices. Like, you understand, like, people don't read your shitty newspaper anymore.
Yeah, we say it was $2,500.
Yeah, for a quarter-page color ad in Sunday, it'd be $5,000.
Are those the prices, or are those the prices for Kirk Minihane?
They didn't know who I was.
Okay.
Good point. It's true. Yes. No, I called up and I say, I'm Kirk Minahane's producer.
Yeah, okay, all right.
What would be interesting is if they would turn it down.
That'd be very interesting.
I don't know. Well, I guess they're not really a business. They're kind of a non-profit run by John Henry. So
one
they're in a
failing
position where
business turned down our money already. So
that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, money's no good here.
I mean, if they did a Trump for America, they would turn it down.
I don't know. I think there are probably rules governing political advertising.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I suppose that's true. It's so. I was listening to somebody talk about this yesterday. Some podcast. I forget what it was. They were just talking about how these newspapers now, you can't if you're a Washington Post writer and you have a story cold about some nefarious shit going on at Amazon, it would never be in the paper.
No.
It would never. That is the most important. One of the. I mean, Washington Post is loon, but one of the 4 or 5 most influential newspapers in America.
I'd say top 2. I'd say the Times.
After the Times,
Post,
right?
Yeah.
So no worse than second, maybe top 5 in the world. As crazy as it is, and maybe the most important company in America. And if you had something like that, and I'm saying, think of the craziest shit you could think of, they would not be able to report it.
No.
Well, they'll say that they could. They say that there are journalistic firewalls between the business operation and the reporters. No, I don't. But I mean,
you think if they found
they're
out,
maintaining this illusion that there's no effect on their reporting
Bob
whatsoever.
Holler,
the Globe says about Red Sox.
Bob Holler has a story cold today. He says, listen, I got a cold that John Henry has done this, and this. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you?
Oh, sure.
I mean,
front page.
It just wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It would never. That's the world now that newspapers have gone from this sort of local mom and pop, whether it's the Graham family with the Post or whoever, to this business thing where everyone's like, oh, it's it's so great that people are investing in newspapers, and it's like, well, why do you think they're doing it? I mean,
that's just why
it's a little toy.
The only people that break news now are like on their own or work for weird little blogs or whatever.
Nobody breaks more news in this. We're in the state we're in, Massachusetts. Than some little short weird guy who had a whole green outfit on. I mean, it's not even close.
Calls himself a turtle.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even close. Like
all the biggest stories about police corruption in this state have been broken by Turtle Boy.
All him. And I guarantee you, the stuff you wrote about us this weekend got read like crazy.
Yeah.
And the Globe, which they're assholes. The Herald, which I'll never understand, choose to say, we're not going to write about this. We're not going to try and make a profit. We're just going to do what we do every single day. It's sort of like when I used to work at EEI, and these shows would sit there. And they'd be like, boy, we lost the ratings by 7 points this week. Jeez, I don't understand. I don't know why that happens. It's bullshit. They go and do the same show again the next day. And the next day, and the next day, and the same thing happens. And they're doing that right now over there. It's like, well,
when was the last time you read a Boston Herald story?
It's been forever. I mean, I don't read. I mean, Jerry gets mad. He'll get mad because he loves Howie, but that's the same old shit. I read the fucking sports page in the Herald. I couldn't tell you.
Their paywall sucks.
I don't even know. I couldn't tell you a single writer in the sports department at the Herald. I don't think anymore. I don't fucking know who writes. Who's like the fucking Patriots beat writer at the Herald?
I don't know.
Jeff Howe, I think
I was going to
left.
say, does Jeff Howe still work
He's
there?
gone.
Yeah.
I think he went to The Athletic or one of those things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you read much sports coverage though?
No,
anyways?
not at all.
Yeah.
Nothing. I read nothing. I mean, from sports, I read fucking this shit all day. Just I don't really.
Fox News.
Yeah, that's great. I don't really understand. I don't know. So we're moving on to what were we talking about? Oh,
K. Marco.
Yeah. So the backstory on this is this guy. What was his name? The kid from Iowa,
Carson King.
Carson King. Basically raised what, $1 million?
Yeah, he holds up a sign
It was
with his
technically
Venmo.
more, right? Because someone
People
matched
matched it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
ended up being $3 million
Yeah.
for like pediatric cancer.
For pediatric cancer. Let me find K. Marco's story because I have to say he did a good job.
And the sign just said like need money for Bush Light or something. Bush Light sees it, or and InBev sees it, partners
Right.
with him and everything.
So
he gets attention.
Right. The Des Moines Register. The writer's name is Aaron Calvin. We talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That was back in the Red 13
Red
studio,
13
right?
days, yes. They raised over $1 million through Venmo. They then dug up some old tweets he had. He's in college? He's a 22-year-old or something? 21-year-old?
In college or he just graduated?
Yeah, whatever it was.
yeah.
So they dug up some old tweets from like 6 or 7 years ago when he was a teenager, and like, he quoted Tosh, right? Mm-hmm. That's all he did.
Yes.
So this Colvin guy got fired because guess what? It turns out he has some old racist and homophobic tweets.
Yeah.
So they fire him, which I think is stupid also, but that's fine. But I had no sympathy for him. Because
he earned that.
He went
Yeah.
digging
Yeah.
and he got caught. And so then what he does is, and then the fucking blue checkmark brigade, as they call it, Barstool, went for this and by the way, these guys, they all look the same. Did you see the look on this kid's face? He looks exactly the same. I mean, fucking Steve should be right.
If you just
I mean, it's unbelievable.
if you just showed me his picture, I'd be like, oh yeah, that guy works for BuzzFeed.
Yeah, and this guy Jay Rosen, K. Marco writes, Jay Rosen, blue checkmark, NYU. One of the saddest stories I have read about a journalist losing his job. And so it's this fucking Colvin guy, and he writes a story for the Columbia Journal Review, a first-person account of what's happened to him. Twitter hates me. The Des Moines Register fired me is what it's called. Here's what really happened. And he does, and again, K. Marco, we'll link to it, he fucking blames everybody but himself. He blames his editor. He blames Carson King. He blames fucking another editor. He blames Barstool, by the way. The death threat. So he gets to the whole story. So he gets fired. Tells the whole story. And I love the fact that he's like, let me see the first part here. Oh, here it is. As I began writing, an editor requested that I run a background check on King. I looked at King's court records as well as his public social media and found a few racist jokes he tweeted in high school. In context, I could see that these have been references to the sketches by the comedian Daniel Tosh. I told my editor about the tweets and was asked to reach out to King for comment. I included a brief mention of the offensive tweets and King's apology toward the end of my profile. It was a small moment placed in context at the end of a positive story. The tweets were part of a narrative of growth, maturity, and compassion.
Okay, yeah.
Anybody who read that fucking story knows that is total bullshit. That's not what happened at all, and he didn't give any context for it. He
And
just
by the way,
threw it in there.
This asshole blamed Barstool. John Feidelberg called this the greatest reporting since Woodward and Bernstein.
That's true. He blew
if you
him.
remember, yeah.
He did. That's true.
I would throw some shade on the editor though, like telling him to go do a background check on the guy, and I mean they published a statement alongside the story saying, "Here's our editorial justification."
Well, here's what I would
running
say.
those tweets."
Here's what I'd say about that, though. So if I'm his editor, and he's writing which is like a really nice blowjob story about this kid who raised $1 million for children's charity hospital. Great. Make sure he's not a fucking registered sex offender. You know what I mean? Like,
that's fine. Like a very low bar. It doesn't need to be a fucking forensic
Don't start
audit
digging
of his
to what he
Twitter
tweeted when he
account.
was 14 years old, which are clearly things about Tosh. There's no mention of Tosh in the story, by the way. Like, he doesn't say, just for context. That's all. They're looking to make this kid look bad because they think he's a beer-drinking, college, right-wing fucking...
It's always, they'll say the racially charged or,
Yes,
or homophobic or whatever, and then in quotes, joke.
Right.
Yeah, so the editor should have just said, no, that's not relevant to this story.
Of course.
So the editor should be fired too.
Well, I
guess the reason Aaron Calvin is fired is because...
Well, his own past.
Yeah,
But
his own past.
What Aaron Calvin should have done was said, hey, just so you know, I did a full check on him. He never fucking diddled any kids. He's not some fucking... There's no record. He didn't beat anybody up. He never slapped around a cop. He never fucking did any of that stuff. He never went to jail. We're good. If he saw those tweets... By the way, the editor, I'm guessing, is probably some old guy who wouldn't even know about tweets in the past. And then it just runs. Because his
Certainly
his
wouldn't
thing-
know what Tosh was.
His thing here is like, they would have found out about it anyway. No, they wouldn't have.
No.
Who's fucking to dig up tweets in this? Because they did, so what?
Unless some other asshole dug up
Right.
tweets.
So what? Then he's an asshole. Like, what do you win by doing this?
And then the editor wouldn't go, how did you miss these horrible tweets?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's nothing.
And then he buries Carson King, basically, because King holds a press conference preemptively, which was a smart move to say, hey, listen,
exactly.
This happened. So he whines about that. I mean, what is if
He didn't let me expose him.
He does. He fucking whine. And listen to this asshole. We asked him on, right?
We did, yes.
Did he respond?
No.
It's hard to believe.
Doesn't sound like he's a fan of Barstool. So.
The evening before the profile was scheduled to be published, King held a press conference to confess the existence of his tweets and to make a public apology. I was not provided with the statement or informed he was speaking to the press.
Yeah, but what the fuck does he owe you?
It's because of you shithead, and your stupid paper. Like, oh, hey, here's a quick heads up. Like, what the... And
see, it's another example of journalists thinking that they're like an entitled class. Like, they're the elite.
And let's say he does that. Let's say he furnishes him that. So what? Then what? Like, what does that do for you?
Should you be there?
Yeah, like, and if you're a good enough reporter, you should know what's happening. It's amazing. You know, I don't believe the King set out to implicate me, but because he preempted my forthcoming profile, people believe that I intended to impugn his character.
No way.
He didn't let me ruin his life.
This asshole writes this about this kid who he tried to fuck over completely. This kid who has his own fucking demons. And the blue checkmark people, the media of the world, I saw this all over Twitter yesterday. These fucking tone-deaf assholes are like, what an incredibly brave piece. It's amazing he did this. Fuck you, you fucking asshole.
And another thing, like the editors at the Des Moines Register kind of fucked him over, and so did the people at the Columbia Journalism Review. They should have been like, hey man, good try, but maybe take another swipe at this one. Maybe accept some blame yourself.
But he gets to the real, like, there are people at fault, obviously, but he gets to the real fault.
Oh, good.
Barstool Sports.
I had a feeling.
I mean, I remember.
Isn't it always their fault, you know?
I have to take some blame. You guys let me know if you think I played a role in this. Before we read this. So this Aaron Colvin guy, I saw this story about this kid, Carson King, right? And I was like, I see something in those eyes. I mean, I finally raised $1 million, helped raise $1 million for a kids' charity. Yeah. Fine. Wonderful. But I think when he was 14, he might have tweeted something about Daniel Tosh.
I had a feeling.
So I reached out to I was like, just start digging. Do you think I had something to do with it? I just felt like it. I just felt like it was necessary. I don't know.
That's good.
I mean, that's important to me that's done.
Well, we also did attack Aaron Calvin by asking him on multiple times to have a conversation with us.
And Mike threatened
that
to
was
kill
kind
him.
of unfair.
I mean, that was that was not a great moment.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, it was death threats. It was endless. Death
I was
threats.
digging up stuff on him already. Him and Feidelberg. I was looking.
Fucking death threats. I love these.
Death threats.
I love these people. Imagine if he's in my shoes for the last 2 years. I mean, this guy's like, so it was Barstool Sports' fault. Okay, Marco writes. Then this is Colvin. The death threats were frightening, but even more hurtful were the attacks on my character and humanity. These were propelled both by ordinary readers.
No, wait a second.
Go ahead.
This gentleman thinks that his life is being threatened. There are people legitimately going to kill him.
That's bad, but it gets
worse than that.
Yes.
They said, you're not a great writer either, pal.
Well, it's humanity. That's what really hurt. It's humanity. They were propelled both by ordinary readers. That's another phrase that only the fucking elite assholes would ever use. Ordinary readers. What does that even mean? Like the common folk.
Yeah.
You know, the people who paid your fucking salary, you shithead. Seemingly ignorant of the facts and more insidiously by reactionary journalists and outlets that publish them. Specifically, right-wing demagogue Mike Cernovich, right?
Oh, that's fair.
Breitbart and Barstool Sports.
Those white nationalists.
I love how we're in that category.
Cernovich, that's the name, right?
Yeah.
He's a lunatic.
Oh, yeah.
Breitbart's crazy.
Yes.
And us.
He goes on to say, don't believe me? Ever heard of Telegram?
Yeah, right.
I know it's... Swing over to Spencer Gifts today. Pick up Answer the Internet. We're done. I mean, would you rather have 12 fingers in whatever the fuck, stupid fucking game?
These bigots.
Local television stations as well as national platforms such as CNN and the Washington Post helped to spread the false narrative established by these outlets that I sought to vilify King for his tweets. I did. K. Marco does make me laugh. He's like, as usual, the lumping of Barstool with Breitbart and Cernovich is done intentionally and ironically, to use Aaron's own vocab word, insidiously, because he heard that the site run by Jews and full of a bunch of Northeastern liberals was an alt-right social gathering place. That's true. It's so true. It's so dumb.
I think we're probably the closest thing they have to a right-wing group or a right-wing show.
Yeah, it's a libertarian show.
Yeah.
I don't, yes, I'm not a liberal, but I don't, If Barstool got together and they're like, you know what Barstool will occasionally do is snuff out fucking frauds like this guy.
Yeah.
And he deserved everything he got. And this is honestly pathetic.
I always say the picture of the Aryan race is Dave Portnoy. No one.
I mean, really.
There's no one.
So what does this guy do now, Aaron Calvin? Not that I'm incredibly worried about his future, but I mean, he's just made things worse for himself. Well, maybe not. I mean, some blue check mark will give him a pity job or something, right?
I guess.
I mean, he works in journalism again.
Yeah.
But it's just they never learn. They never say, hey, I went after this kid. Then everyone else started going back after me. That should teach me a lesson about going after this kid in the first place. It's always like, look how much a victim I am. Ignore the stuff that happened before that. But now I'm a victim. Look at this.
He could have just been like, look, I fucked up. And then do a peace summit with Carson King. Look, I fucked up. I'm sorry, man.
And what happened? Was it Bud Light? Who was it?
InBev, yeah, they canceled all their partnerships with him or whatever.
It turned to be good for him because in a weird way.
Yeah,
because everyone's like, fuck these assholes, and that's good. But
no one changed their opinion of.
But it could have gone the other way. I mean, that was not put it this way. It was not the Des Moines Register's intention for that to happen positively for Carson King. They were trying to fuck him over.
It helped him that it was a Tosh quote that he was tweeting and not something. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Sure, of course.
That gave him a little extra cushion.
Yeah.
But
and I do think if it was a minority, they wouldn't have dug in like that. They just wouldn't have dug which is good. I'm glad they wouldn't have.
If it was a woman, they wouldn't have even
would have never happened. Would have never happened. That's good. They shouldn't do that to anybody.
They shouldn't do it both ways.
Right, of course. It's just like, let's take down this, Aryan alt-right college boy fucking and for somebody who's doing something like when I was that age, it would never cross my mind to do that ever. This kid raised $1 million. Help raise over $1 million.
Do you think like Blind Mike, if you held a sign up in front of a sports camera and someone donated $1 million to your Venmo?
First of all, I'd be facing the wrong direction.
The sign would be backwards. I'm pretty sure they could dig up tweets from Mike from 6 or 7 years ago.
Easily.
I mean, I know that.
Sure.
I have them. So, I mean, it's not, it's not even an issue. Feilberg showed me all. It's terrible.
I'm ready to go. Come at me, Blind Mike.
I just love like you said, some contrition. Just be like, yeah, you know what? I totally fucked up. Like, my editor did ask me to do it.
They don't learn fucking anything.
Yeah, and I went too far, and I was a fucking dick, and I'm glad it worked out for him.
He becomes even more of a likable figure if he just jumps on the sword. Like, look, I fucked up. End of story.
I love that he dug this guy's old tweets out on his own. He found them, and then he starts crying when he gets fucking fired for it. It's unbelievable. And blames everybody but himself. Everybody. It's a fucking... It's incredible. It's fucking incredible. I don't know. But you're right. He'll wind up at the Washington Post or the New York Times.
And then the next time this comes up, he'll dig dirt on someone and expose them.
Of course. This is.
And now he's deleted all his tweets,
New Yorker,
so it doesn't matter.
Boston Globe. Boston Globe. He'll be at the fucking Boston Globe writing an op-ed before you know it.
Good.
Jesus. All right. Well, anyways, Simply Safe is the way to go. Simply Safe protect your old tweets or no?
They might have that feature. I'm not sure.
You should do that.
In a sense,
You should do that, Mike. What sense would that be?
Well, you're so secure that you have more time to delete them if you need it. I don't know. Keep
interesting. There'll be vamps like him. Let him go. It's Robin Williams in 1978. Where am I here?
Oh, hey.
Robin Williams, overrated comedian.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Overrated. Just I like overrated.
Really, the whole Scottish golf bit.
No, not my. You like that one?
Yeah, I thought Robin Williams is funny.
It was one of your influences.
Yeah, sure.
He's probably big overseas.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I figured Yakov Smirnoff was your kind of guy. No? Kind of stolen his bit, his act. SimplySafe.com. They've won all the awards. CNET to the New York Times. Wirecutter gave them the award. Prices are always fair and honest. I mean, $15 a month. It's what? $180 a year to make your house safer instead of not having it broken into and having stuff stolen. Not even that. Just the feeling that somebody's been in your house would concern me. I know I need Simply Safe because I have people follow me around, so I have it, and it's helped me out a lot, and it gives you peace of mind. And there's no price for those three words, but $15 a month. And by the way, 60-day risk-free trial. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. I know the Minute fans have done it. Keep doing it. And let them know you're doing it because of this show. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. 60-day risk-free trial. You've got nothing to lose. Let them know the show sent you. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. All right, what else do we have?
Well, there is a situation with a certain exiled Minifan, excommunicated Minifan. I don't know if you want to talk about that. There was a little pity party going on yesterday.
Was it really?
Yeah.
My brother Adam just texted me. Just listen to a couple of these Young Jerks podcasts. This guy's a pompous asshole. Is he or no?
Oh, he's a total.
But he likes us now?
Yeah, he likes us. So we're.
But he's
we're
hated
at
me in the
peace.
past, right?
Oh, he's hated you. He's hated me because he's a left winger.
Yeah, I mean, I got the vibe he doesn't really understand the show at all.
No, he doesn't understand the show. I don't think he listens.
I'm glad he had our agree with us immersion, but he's a humorless dickwad.
Yeah,
right?
no, the podcast sucks.
His reason for not liking you is that you attack women's appearances or something.
I do?
Which I assume is referring to Aaron Andrews,
Oh,
I
yes.
guess.
Yeah, it was recent.
It's the old bag of tricks, but he's just a typical leftist.
I didn't really criticize her appearance either.
That's what I was trying. Maybe I'm wrong. I was trying to think of the
job,
reference.
and I did a bad way of explaining it, but I did not take away that she stinks at her job. What?
It's just the general stereotypical liberal criticisms that somebody would have. So he's just not much imagination. He's just like an activist working to get marijuana legalized or the bathroom bill or something like that.
Well, if he wants to, I mean,
I think it's part of it. It's like the Cynthia Dill thing. Like you do a podcast about Kirk Minihane,
you get some juice.
The numbers go
right,
up.
Funny that works. Good luck the third time you try. People don't give a fuck about.
Oh
it.
yeah,
that's true. It's true. Mike is first. That's a good point. Yeah, all right, so I'll give you 3 minutes on this. Go ahead.
Well, there's a pity party going on. Some people, and there's some Mina fans who are thinking that we did him dirty.
Okay, well, leave. Go listen to another podcast. Fuck do I care? We'll find. I mean, we're bringing new people in every day. If you don't like us, go. I'll tell you what. Go find another podcast like this. Go ahead. Go take a twirl around. Knock yourselves out.
I'm pretty sick of Kelleher, and it's always his problems with you, but he comes after me and Steve. Yeah, sorry,
that's okay. Comes after you and Steve.
It's all yes. His yes men, Mike and Steve, just agree with him, even though they know I'm right. It's like I don't think you're right about it.
I'm just bored by it.
I find him not entertaining.
Yeah, I'm getting bored by it.
Yeah, I don't find.
I like it. He's a nice enough kid and whatever, but I'm getting annoyed.
I saw the show blocked him on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It wasn't me.
Was
you
it
didn't know?
No, it wasn't me.
I don't know. I don't know who it was then.
Oh, if it wasn't the three of us.
I didn't say it was. Maybe it was one of us. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
It's a mystery. Let's get Aaron Calvin to investigate this.
Let's do that. But this sort of war with MHB, I'm just like, you're not a talent.
He sent me a picture of one of those fucking signs with the sponsors, like I was holding up a free sportsbook pick sign or something. And he sent the picture to me with no text, as if to say, like, I gotcha. And I'm like, he told me to hold the sign, so I held it for you.
The thing is, Damien, the guy who operated the drone for us, brought with him a friend that he works with who was shooting video and taking pictures, really good pictures.
Yes.
But the problem is, he didn't know who the hell Rich Kelleher was. So when Rich goes to him and is like, take pictures of all these people holding up these signs, he just follows the orders.
Christ.
So what could have been just nice, candid shots of Minifans together having fun ended up being just like these stilted advertising opportunities that are weird and we didn't get paid for, and it's completely futile.
Stupid.
And then he makes it out like Steve told him to do that.
Right.
No, take that money and spend it on our advertisers.
Yeah,
that's how you support the show.
I don't know who he thinks he is. Go do your own thing. Knock it. If you're more successful than us, congratulations. But time to use your own wings and fly away.
Yeah,
you're so talented, and take your crew with you, and we'll see what happens. That's what I would say. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. No,
I think you're 100% right. I've just got annoyed by it. Like I've done everything I can to keep bringing him back in, and then it just he shits on us. So it's like whatever.
Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. Any more Fuller?
No, I didn't respond to him yesterday. Carried away with and stuff. So
with a winky face.
I think he might think that he was bugging me. I don't know how he would get that impression.
To that, Jesus. All right, what else do we have? Any sound? Anything, Steve? What do you got?
I had sound of Trump with the Suzuki, but
yeah.
Is he tired of the sound you have for the show today?
Yeah, you put a moratorium on bad radio. Bad radio is like the majority of the sound that we pull.
I feel like we didn't do a deep enough dive on S.E. Robinson last week.
I think we did. What was there new S.E. Robinson or not?
No, nothing new, but there was plenty of sound.
Yeah, no, I mean it's all old, but there is stuff we didn't play.
Yeah, I don't know. I just get this fucking thing with these side characters who think it just annoys me. Like, just fucking, go on your Discord, have your arguments, do whatever you want. But
there's a sense of entitlement.
Yeah, there's also a bigger picture here. Like, just what the fuck? Like, what are you worried about? Fuck.
Yeah, like on the list of things, are we supposed to be worried about Rich coming on the show or being part of the show, whatever the fuck he is?
He's not part of the show.
Yeah,
fucking part of the show. Like, it doesn't even. I don't even get. I don't know. And it's partially our fault. We enabled it, and for sure, and that's happens.
True.
But I mean, for everyone like that, there's 50, 100 people who are part of our world that never say a fucking thing ever.
Right.
Like DC, you would never fucking do that.
Most of the people, most of the parody accounts and everything that I met yesterday, I didn't know who they were, and they begrudgingly told me who they were. It wasn't a big like, hey, I'm Sporty R. McKenzie. It was like, hey man, how's it going? They were very nice, not in your face about it.
Well, I mean, what do we do with these stupid stickers? They're just done, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You trust that's gonna be done?
I don't know. People are saying that they got stickers for free, and it was bad for me to say that he was making money. But someone did send me a picture where he asked for $40 to send stickers. So
What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but I mean, it doesn't help us.
I heard from people who said he direct messages them, asked them to promote his accounts.
Yeah.
and
No, I mean, it's clear that
this was another thing that
he's
annoyed
out
me.
for rich.
Is that he was messaging like the intern about this and shit yesterday.
Oh
And
yeah,
he
that's
did-
the other thing.
He did
was
something
was
where
he
he's
messaging
like,
Justin or Will?
Justin.
Oh, he was messaging Will too, and Will texts me and is all worked up and like concerned.
Who's
that
who?
Rich
Which
coming
is
after
which?
him. Will's
Who's
my
on-
intern.
Justin is Sneakers.
Whose intern is that?
Mine.
Why do you two have interns? That's fucking my show.
You said you don't want an intern.
I don't.
Okay.
Why
There
does
are
Mike
interns
what's
through
Mike
you.
an intern? He's fucking.
He's the director of the YouTube project.
YouTube, baby. So that was the thing that annoyed me is that Rich Kelleher is like...
Boy, is that
if
taking off.
It will. It's a slow build, my friend. It's necessary.
Is it?
Yes, very much so.
Okay,
But,
I believe you. Go ahead.
But Rich Kelleher goes, if we get 2,000 subscribers in the next 2 weeks, I'll go radio silent. And it's like, Rich... What?
Do whatever you want.
Whether or not we get 2,000 subscribers is not based on you saying, let's get subscribers. You have 700 Twitter followers. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't even understand. Jesus Christ. So what is the YouTube? Go ahead, Mike. You're running it. So walk me through the YouTube.
Yes, just look for the Kirk Minihane show on YouTube, and we're putting up a bunch of old stuff. Like so, yesterday we're kind of keeping it themed throughout the week. Yesterday we did all the old interviews.
Okay.
With Brandy Love and Artie and Dice and all those.
We're due for Brandy again, though.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's reach out. Go ahead.
Today we're doing fights. So we're doing you versus Steve,
Ooh,
you
that was
versus
a good
Willie
one.
Colon.
That's a good one.
I think K Marco, maybe Cullinane versus
K. Marco
Kelleher.
would be a good one.
There were a few on there.
Okay, well, I'd lose the Conan Kelleher one.
All right, I'll let Justin know. Thank
you.
And
There were some good Cullinane versus Kirk moments, though, right?
Oh, were there? Yeah.
but I don't know if there was a fight. I'll get him on it.
I'm sure
Either way.
Steve and I was really a fight so much. It was just a bludgeoning.
Yeah, but it was entertaining.
It was
And
entertaining.
people forget it was back in June. So people forget
It sounds like you were entertained in the moment for sure. That wasn't just the most
was
uncomfortable
very early
moment
on,
you've ever had.
right?
It was very
First
early
week
on.
or two?
June. That was the first 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we're doing the one that I think will be the most popular is all the old, just silly shit like the one that I always bring up that people
Steve,
forget
my
is,
good man.
Steve, my good man is a perfect one.
I'll be there.
The Moroso voicemail.
That's a good episode.
Rich Mandarin, all that type of shit.
Good. All right.
So you think about it, Moroso provided us with quite a bit of entertainment.
No question.
From
That was a
one
great
voicemail.
episode.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, it's July 4th, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's when he left the message. Right?
Yeah. So the next
Fucking
episode after,
unbelievable.
yeah.
Fuck, and he's just gone away. It's what I mean. You're right. If you just let these people float away, they float away, and they think the world's going to end if they. That's the other thing is they think. And I've dealt with this. I used to deal with this back in the radio day with some of these crazies. They think if they leave, like everything will stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it just keeps going. We're going to run into something else. And
It's
it'll-
funny when you hear guys say that where they're like, "Oh, where's the show been since I was gone?" It's like, "Oh, the show's been getting more and more popular.
I mean, it gets more.
And no one remembers who you are."
Every week it gets more and more listeners.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so. I'm not that concerned about it. That's fun. So we have the YouTube page. We have the Instagram page.
Yes.
What else am I missing? Anything else? This is your chance to promote, guys. I don't give you a lot of chances
Well,
to do this.
KirkMinihaneShow.com is where you can get all your shirts as well.
Oh, good.
King of the
Yes.
Crazy
Well,
shirts.
that's one thing. Well, I mean, Kevin from Bristol made a point that we should have had some merchandise there available.
That's true, because it sold some
I think
merchandise.
we will at the next live show. We'll be set up for that.
Yeah, I think the next live show will be more not. I'm not saying it's going to be more financially motivated, but
Well, it's not
gonna
going to be a nonprofit. It's not going to be
gonna be a little
it's not
more
going to be
of
a
your
money
traditional-
Yes.
loser. Like, you know, I mean, we
But we're not,
spent money.
We're
for
also not
this
going to
week.
be. We're not going to be. Trust me, I tell you, we're not going to be gouging you with this
Hawking,
fucking
yeah,
show.
yeah,
No.
I do want to get some stuff for the winter Kirk Minihane lineup, but we need we need an official logo.
Do we have a logo?
Well, we've got the show logo. We've got a couple of logos we've been kicking around, but Mike's really interested in having like a dedicated apparel logo.
Okay,
and
we should get to work on that.
we have been. We've been relying on the Barstool graphics team, but
Okay, let's not
kind of
do that.
like.
Why don't you
Do it
just? I
ourselves.
mean, what
Yeah,
point-
I know.
Why do you keep saying
I'm
this?
not exactly like an artistic talent.
I
don't know if
disagree
you've
with
noticed that.
Mike is.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get to
Mike
work.
can
But
design
why
a
don't
logo
you just,
for
when
us.
we get to the point you realize they're not going to help us at all. Like
Right.
we do this every week. You say something. Oh, Kelly Mar. They're not. They don't care about us.
I'm there.
You're there.
Yes.
You understand.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Because that's really not going to change. I don't think my attitude's going to help with it, and I don't think. But it shouldn't. I shouldn't be like, well, sitting around waiting with your fucking hand in your dick. And to be fair to them, they have 50,000 other things, and we're not there.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
If we were there all the time, I think I hope the 2 days you were there were somewhat eye opening.
Oh yeah, I don't want to go back.
Like you could go in and bitch, when you would get some stuff done. I think.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to do that. They have other stuff that hell, they're going to sell the company here the next day or two. I know. Understanding. It's going to be the gambling show.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll come in and trim some of the fat.
Well, hey, my Thursday segment will get a lot longer.
That's true. Yeah. I'll be curious to see if that happens. Now, I listened to Dave a little bit yesterday say that there's no truth to this rumor that if you guys didn't see it, the Big Lead, I think, had the story.
Yeah.
Steve sent to me a panic on Friday night.
That was not a panic.
Slight panic.
I see.
Really?
Slight panic. Saturday or Friday?
When I see news, I send it to you.
You were a little. I know you. You were a little panicked. Like, anybody saying anything about this? What are you hearing about?
I like
this?
that it was probably just a link with no text and.
No, I'll read you the text right now.
Oh, all right.
Would you prefer that I don't share news that is salient?
Shut up. Salient.
It was salient news.
Let me see here, Steve. All these fucking texts from Steve. Passionate Steve texts about.
I just bodied
about
Linda Marks.
Linda Marks.
Yeah. Put her in her place.
Do. By the way, he didn't get that right.
What's that?
Colony when he sang on Saturday.
No, not at all. He tries to mix it up. He's a little like Linda Marks now.
The Big
It's
League
kind of
story,
deep.
and then presumably they keep Nardini important. No, Steve reported after he sent that.
This is a big report.
How would you know that?
Just sharing the news.
Presumably. Why would you assume that?
Because it's a successful business.
They would
you don't make an investment
Well,
in
it
a
depends on
winning
what kind of
operation.
company bought it.
You would keep Davey Mouse for sure because he's the face of Barstool. It would be a mistake. I'd rant and rave if they got rid of Erica. It'd be stupid because she's the best boss I've ever had in my life. Mm-hmm. But when you make big changes like that, it seems like they do make changes in the more of the business side at first, right?
I don't know. It seems like they're trying to expand into gambling, not so much. It's not like a Deadspin operation where they find just a fucking dead cat and then bring it back to life.
Yeah, not dead cat. Yeah, but it was what?
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
But exploring the sale of Barstool Sports. But this story didn't even. They were talking about a minority share, and I don't think it's. But I do find it interesting. Like, Barstool must be worth much more than it was even 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
From when they sold it, not even close.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, they've expanded the podcast like crazy. They have all these different relationships. Their brand is
They're
massive.
huge. When they sold, they were a Northeast brand.
Right. And they still are, I think, largely a Northeast brand, but they've tried to.
But they're huge in college football.
Yeah.
They're huge in gambling. They're like.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with that going forward. And what would that mean for us? I don't know. They must look at us like the oddball, like, what, you're doing, you have a studio rented and you're doing what, you do what every day?
Yeah.
I don't understand. You know what? The guy will be like, you know what? I'll give it a listen today and see what it's about.
I'd say we're part of the very profitable podcast.
All right, I'll give him one shot.
You know what? I'll just jump in the middle of the episode. Just see what I get for 10 minutes. So I don't understand. They're mad because somebody is selling stickers and he's feuding with somebody else and somebody else is mad at him. And what's going on? There's Discord? What?
Well, the thing that would always
Steve argue with a 90-year-old woman over something somebody had a poll about? I don't get it. What's going on here?
Who is this Linda Marks? Why is she so
controversial figure?
Today feels like a subdued day, which is nice. I kind of like a nice quiet day once in a while. I think those shows are good. But even within that, there's like 50. Like, think of the conversation
bizarre
Steve had last
happening?
night with Linda Marks. I mean, based on what? It's just madness.
The thing that would make the most sense is the Kurt Suzuki thing, and we made jokes about Feidelberg that make no sense.
Right,
like, none of it makes any sense.
But the Feidelberg sound, these people sound like they're terrorists. Yeah. They're ruining this poor kid's life. Like, what's going on?
The thing that Barstool would always have going for it is if Dave is in charge of content, because he doesn't listen, so he doesn't know what's going on anyway.
True.
But he gets it, and he's not going to fuck with what they have going. But who know if a different company comes in? Who the fuck knows?
I guess, and I do wonder. I just don't. I wonder if you buy in the Barstool now, you have to have some sense of what its value is. So you probably know what the value of podcasts are.
You would hope,
if that makes sense. I'm not saying that it's Barstool's greatest asset, but the greatest asset's the name. But I don't know.
It might be. Well,
if I don't think a minority investor has the authority to come in and start axing
I'm just saying. Let's just say somebody comes in tomorrow and blows them away with an offer and buys the whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
they just want the name, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how they start dismantling. Because when you buy into it, you make changes. You don't buy it and then just leave it alone. Nobody does that. It doesn't make any sense. So where would the changes start? You'd keep Dave because you need to. He's the fucking face of the place. You have to do that. You keep sort of that core group. Pardon my take's not going anywhere.
It's
and
safe and
Clancy's not going anywhere. And Daddy Girl. I mean, that we understand who stays and all that. But where do they start? What do they do? What are the changes? It's interesting to me. I don't know.
It's tough to even speculate it if you don't see the books. You don't see where the
money
money is.
You don't know who's buying it.
Sure, but we're a show, so let's speculate.
Obviously,
I mean, no.
Obviously, you get rid of Willie.
Well, of course.
Well,
that's the biggest
day
drain
one
of the company.
Yeah.
But they must look at us and say, boy, we're spending a lot of money. I don't know. With some controversy, this Murchison guy. Maybe they do get rid of us.
Maybe.
Yeah,
and that would make
it's certainly
sense
possible.
from a business perspective. I can see that.
I think it would have to be a totally outside group that doesn't know what Barstool does. Because, again, I think if it's someone that gets what Barstool does, then Dave stays in charge of content.
I think he probably
Right?
would.
Yeah.
I think he would.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't think he's going anywhere yet.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think. But yeah, it's weird. When I see stuff like that, I assume they're listening to offers all the time. Why wouldn't you?
Well, that's what Dave said. Dave said he's gotten like 10 offers in the last year.
I believe that.
Yeah. But I would think it was just somebody coming in who wants to expand the gambling side, maybe has some expertise in that field. Like, if Barstool really invested heavily in a gambling app so that you could be like betting during a sports game, like it pops up as like, do you think so-and-so is going to make a 3-pointer in the next 5 minutes? Bet $5 on that.
And then you have Dave's picks on there and Big Cat's picks and all that type of shit.
That could be wildly successful just with a little bit of a fee action on a gambling app.
I mean, the gambling money is madness. I mean,
it's crazy.
I think the most expensive ad read we have is Mike's, right?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And it's with fucking Mike.
Yeah, you're damn right. I
mean, it's
an expert, a football expert.
But I mean, and that's and they're great. We love free sports book pick. I always say free sports pick. Free sports book pick is tough because it's 4 words. Free sports
and
book
the
pick.
hard K is there.
There is .com. We love them. But, they're all, I mean, this is never going to end now. I mean, gambling is taking over everyone's world. I frankly get annoyed with it on the weekends on my Twitter account with all the Barstool people because I don't give a fuck about their bets. I just don't. I don't like, congratulations, you won. Dave's the same way.
It's like a thing. People want to talk about their sports bets, and they're the only ones who care about it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I try to talk about it a little bit because it ties in with the sponsor, but I also try not to beat people over the head like, this fucking
updates,
game.
right?
Yeah,
that's sort of, and I mean, Dave's tweeting about these horses endlessly. There's fucking horse races.
Have you ever bet money on horses?
No. And by the way, like I'm not a big moralist. I don't really give a fuck that much about animals. But I think 37 horses have died this year at Santa Ana. Did you see that? Another one just died. 37 horses have died this year. They have the picture of it. There's the fucking. Can you look that up, Steve? There's this fucking picture with like the curtain over the horse. The other horse is just standing there looking at me. Like, they shoot this fucking horse in the head. Like a horse sprains his ankle, you got to kill him. 37. I am stunned that the insane crowd has not won this war yet.
It's weird that hasn't been more of a thing. Because do you ever watch that show Luck on HBO?
Yeah, it was with Nolte and Hoffman.
And it was
Michael Mann. It didn't make a
canceled
year.
A horse died or something.
Like 3 horses died.
Yeah, as of September, 31 horses had died.
37 now, I think it is.
God.
I'm surprised that stories like that didn't cause more outrage.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
someone tweeting something.
CBS says it's the 37th horses died.
37.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, what the hell? I don't know what I don't know what you do. Like, I don't know what the solution is, but it seems like the PETA crowd is usually insane.
Yeah, but they're not.
I am stunned that they have not thrown themselves in front of these places.
Yeah. Well, they've got bigger battles. They're fighting to stop lobsters from being boiled alive.
But the other thing is,
they don't really pick good battles.
I guess. But if you ever saw the Brian Gumbel show, Real Sports, they did a story about the jockeys. Their fucking lives are hell. These guys have to starve themselves. They weigh like 90 pounds. Their bodies are all fucked up. It's just a torturous existence, this fucking thing. I don't even get it.
Well, there's still people like Mutt.
Yeah, and Dave. I mean, the same thing where they go and they bet on these. First of all, you're like a fucking child. Betting on these horses running around in circles, you fucking losers. Like, what are you doing?
Well, he owns a horse, too, I think.
Who, Dave?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I saw him with the guy Baffert or whatever, right? Like, no, these guys are fucking slave laborers. That's what they are.
The other thing, the Kentucky Derby is always such a big TV event.
It's a douche event.
We're going to drink mint juleps
Brady
and watch
showing
this
up
race
with
that's
his fucking,
over in a minute and a half.
Yeah, you dress up and put on a silly hat.
Brady's not busy dropping the N-word left and right. Jesus, did you see that?
What?
You didn't see his Tom Brady story yesterday?
No, I saw the Lamar Jackson video that everyone's like, everyone, you have to watch.
Am I
this.
alone?
This is
You guys
must-see
don't pay
TV.
any attention. Go look up Tom Brady N-word on Twitter. It's just total bullshit, bogus controversy. But I want to hear you guys. I want to hear if you guys listen to this. Get your theory on this. Palmer report, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Palmer report. Okay. Yeah. Here's before we play this. The Palmer report, just going back like half an hour. Putting on a MAGA hat is a form of racist hate speech and an implicit threat of violence.
Yes.
Kurt Suzuki should be banned from baseball. If you don't like this tweet, fuck you. I kind of like the guy. I don't know.
Fuck you.
I don't know. Jesus. So now this is controversy. I can't believe you guys didn't see this.
No.
Well, hold on. So I think it's Ed Reed shows up, right? I think.
Yeah.
And Brady walks over to give him a hug. And listen to this. Listen to this sound and hear what you're saying.
They gotta bring you here. They know you're my kryptonite. They gotta bring you here.
Hear it there?
Is that Brady saying it?
Well, who knows?
I have no idea.
It doesn't sound like him.
No, but of course, there was sort of a somewhat big story on social media yesterday. It's getting a little bigger today. Is that Brady used the N-word and I think it was Ed Reed who was hugging, and now there's this Atlanta station that said, "Did Tom Brady use the N-word?" Tune in at 9:00, and look, I don't know if he said it or not. That seems extraordinarily out of character.
That would
seem
to say it in public.
He's one of the most careful people in sports.
So he's walking down the hallway, like walking out to the field or whatever. I think Ed Reed was there. I think it was, and he hugged and said, "Whatever. Here's the guy who's been tormenting me. My blank." That seems. Play it one more time.
I think he says my kryptonite.
Yeah, kryptonite. That's what he said, Ed Reed. Yeah.
They gotta bring you here. They know you're my kryptonite. They gotta bring you here.
I just.
Maybe that is Brady.
Oh, so he says
You're my kryptonite blank.
Oh, okay.
Right. I don't know. It seems very.
That seems completely out of character.
Yeah.
They gotta bring you here. They know you're my kryptonite. They gotta bring you here.
That does sound like Brady, actually.
I can see how you would draw that implication, but given how he always was during interviews with you, I just don't see that. And like walking out the tunnel, he knows there are cameras everywhere.
But there's also the aspect of if he's hugging Ed Reed and they're having a good time, do we need to do an investigation on whether or not he said it?
Free speech purist here.
I'm just saying. I don't know. Do we need to fucking stop the world and figure out if he said it or not?
I would say if he used that word to Ed Reed and Ed Reed didn't care, I don't like.
Then what's the
kick him? But now that being said, if we're going to be consistent, I mean, this ruins people's lives if
Sure,
we say this
of
word.
course.
So I don't, I find it very unlikely that I don't know. There was one camera that had it.
Yeah.
So
It does sound like him a little bit, but yeah, that does seem completely out of character.
But now the people are. I mean, I can't believe the Globe hasn't written about it yet. We're going to have a Globe story on this tomorrow. I guarantee it.
Thank God.
Guarantee that's going to happen.
Oh, we'll have whiny,
investigation.
sanctimonious columns. Well, even if he didn't say it, the lesson is clear because of the color of his skin.
Yeah,
Stop what you're doing. The people covering those dumb dead horses. Get them on this.
Unbelievable. It is incredible, though. So, I mean, I will see. I don't know. It seems like an odd move for Brady if he had said that. That's all.
It does. It doesn't just naturally. It doesn't seem like something that would come out of his mouth. But again, if Ed Reed doesn't care,
And Ed Reed, by the way, said
Ed Reed doesn't care. Why am I?
Ed Reed did
supposed
say that Brady didn't say it, by the way, as well.
Oh, so
So,
the
I
first, the guy, the witness,
I mean,
the closest to it.
So the only guy that should be offended, the guy who it's being said to, the only guy who I think should be offended, said A, didn't say it, and if it did, he didn't appear bothered by it.
Well, if there's a black guest here and I use the N-word, couldn't other black people be offended by it who listen to the podcast?
Sure. But
No?
But they're not on a podcast.
I understand. Well, he's in the public. I mean, if he's in
I
a
guess, but
stadium.
he's talking to Ed. Obviously, he wasn't mic'd up or anything because we would have had it.
True, and I don't think he said it. Also, I just don't. I don't believe that he said
Right.
it. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's also, if you look at the video, there's like 10 people around him, and not a single one of them reacts like, hey, did Tom Brady just use a
What the
racial
hell?
slur?
Yeah, jeez.
So what did they drop it in or something? Like what happened?
I don't know. I think he says something different, and it's just like the hearing version of an optical illusion.
Oh, it's like that stupid thing from a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Yanni or
Yes,
Laurel.
Yes.
What do you hear?
I forget. It's very interesting. But yeah, okay. But get ready because I guarantee you will have a story right here tomorrow from somebody.
Well, it's as predictable as the Suzuki thing, you know?
Yes.
It's like you see it happen, and you're like, all right, I can tell you the next like 3 or 4 steps that are going to happen in this news cycle.
Everyone thinks that what's his face? Sean Doolittle, is that his name? He's a national hero because he didn't go to the White House.
That's good.
He takes a lot of guts.
Hero.
Yeah, because
To do what everyone wants you to do.
right. You're supposed to just going.
Sit at home in your boxers like Feidelberg.
You're supposed to just go and say, "Hey, I have a disagreement with you on this."
What Kurt Suzuki did is much braver than that guy.
Yeah, I would think
It's
so.
not even
yeah.
close.
And by the way, like, you say what you want about Trump, he's a lunatic. But if some guy came and disagreed with him, Trump would talk to him. Of
course.
Sean Doolittle was like, "Hey, I have an issue with you."
I mean, he's still, during the whole Kaepernick thing, Trump said, I tell you what, any person in the NFL, if you've got some issue that you want to work on, bring it to me and let's do it. You know, you got somebody, Is there somebody you want to commute their sentence or get a pardon? Like, come talk to me. Doors
Well, that's like the
open.
thing with
And
Kim-
none of them,
Did
none of
Chris
them came
Long
and
do
talked
that
to
or
him.
any of those?
None of them. None of
Why
them
would
came and
they
talked
wouldn't
to
want
him.
to do that because then you lose your, God forbid you meet with the guy and actually talk about the stuff you bitch about.
And you look like an idiot
Yeah,
because
now
you might be wrong.
It's much easier to be a hero on social media. Like, I have a lot of issues with stuff Trump does, but like the Kim Kardashian thing, right?
Right.
I mean,
it was great.
Yeah, they've they found legitimate people who were wronged and free. And Trump's like, and Trump loves it because it makes him look like a hero.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
loves it. He's like, let's do this. He's like,
He's going to do, I mean,
and it involves a celebrity.
Yeah, and Trump's
and-
like, I could do this. Let's do this every day. Let's just start freeing some people.
and like Kanye's insane, but he did have a good point when he said Trump actually cares what the black community thinks about him, and we can use that to get what we want, like commutation for drug offenders.
Right.
So I mean, like the NFL players have yet to understand that they're basically in a position that they could get whatever they wanted from Trump.
How would they, if this guy bought Barstool, somebody, some woman, whoever buys Barstool in total, and like they make the case for the show, what would the case be like if the guy's like, okay, I see this Mike Geary's on the books here. What does he do exactly?
He throws in some quips.
I'm like,
He's kind of a funny. Well, the big thing is we get to make fun of him. So
that's true. That seems like a fat trimming move right there. I think he'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
You might be in trouble, Steve.
Maybe, yeah.
I could see that. And they'd be like,
Awfully lofty salary
right.
for this
You
guy.
get this guy Cullinane who's been bothering
For
me
$80 a day.
half the price, fourth of the price. How's Cullinane doing? Any updates from him?
No, I haven't heard anything. I don't know if
Zero.
I don't know if any fruit came from their collaboration on Saturday.
Yeah, he's busy with that big Jerry Callahan podcast
Yeah, I'm gonna
that'll
guess.
happen
I'm
in
gonna guess no to that.
2021.
So we got a big no from all the guests we reached out to.
Yes, I
Fucking incredible.
followed up with Ronan's people. They said no. I've actually followed up with the presidential candidates, the like Andrew Yang and Elizabeth Warren and all of them.
Your
Haven't
guy,
heard
Mike.
back.
You got to get him on.
Hope Yang doesn't want to lose my vote.
Jesus.
Huh?
Oh, that's the way it's headed. They initially were kind of, they were responding at least, but now I don't know. Maybe he's too much of a mainstream candidate to dabble in the alt-right world of Barstool.
Yeah, I wonder how much of it is Barstool. They just see that name.
I think it's a
and
big part of it.
They just think no. But
But
what a
Yang,
weird,
seems like a guy who'd be
what a weird,
for something
stupid
like
instinct that is.
I don't
Opposite
know. I mean,
instinct.
these are people who they're just safe. The last thing they
Yeah.
want to do is put their candidate into a situation where
But their
he's going to have to
candidate
answer the internet.
But
or
the
something.
candidate needs to do stuff like that.
But Yang,
yeah, absolutely.
Yang was going to meet with Shane Gillis.
Yeah, I think they did meet, didn't they?
they did.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything like official, like on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. But, I think it would be enormously beneficial to him. And I told him, like, we get a huge audience in New Hampshire. If he comes on and he's likable, he's probably going to get votes. It
Forget
just makes
us.
sense.
Like if Elizabeth Warren was on Pardon My Take, they wouldn't. They would just have fun with her. And they,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
people would be like, "Oh my God, she has a sense of humor."
But I
She's
think-
like
I think-
an actual person.
from their perspective, they just think it's dangerous and it's unpredictable. And who knows what goofy kind of antics they're going to get up to. That's good.
that's great.
That's good, but not in the political world.
I know,
They,
but-
they want something. They want NPR. They want Boston Public
Tulsi
Radio.
Gabbard went on with Zero Blog 30 a couple months ago.
Oh, yeah,
it
she
was
got
before
fucked.
she was
What's that?
Yeah, and she got fucked because she was on orders and she wasn't supposed to be doing political stuff.
yeah.
Oh, she went on her own,
Yeah, that's why she asked them not to release the interview.
and they did it anyway.
Yeah,
well,
because,
good for them. That's
because
good.
it was like a violation of the Hatch Act or something.
Oh, really?
I thought it was going to be much more scandalous.
Richard
than that.
Hatch from Survivor.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't realize
exactly.
he didn't realize he had an act. But you're right. They're all going to do. It's like we talked about yesterday. They're going to go on the same fucking shows. Like,
But why not go on Boston Public Radio?
Because-
it's going to be safe.
because
Jim's going to ask you.
Yeah, but if Elizabeth Warren goes on Boston Public Radio, who's going to vote for her who didn't vote for her before?
Right.
Who's she bringing in?
Well, I mean, they're all fighting over the Boston Public Radio audience.
Yeah, but she's going to
primary.
But I mean, she's going to win Massachusetts. I'm just saying. I'm thinking from a national perspective. Why would one of them go on one of these shows? I mean, you can't tell me that Joe Biden or Elizabeth Warren or Bernie, whoever, doesn't have a grandkid who likes Barstool.
I don't know. I don't know if you could trust Joe Biden walking into the Barstool.
Be
audience.
great. Yeah, how tremendous would that be?
I don't know. I think there's too many young females around there for
it's
him
true,
to
but
sniff their hair.
Put them in the van with Dan and fucking
Yeah,
PFT.
drive around.
Fine.
But even then, there's a possibility that if you're with those guys, you lower your guard and you end up saying something inappropriate or ridiculous.
Well, then
It's
why
turned
run
into
for
a tactic.
fucking president?
Yeah, right. Not even take Barstool out of it. Wouldn't it make sense for like Elizabeth Warren or one of them to go on like with Steven Crowder or someone like that, who will have who they know will stick to politics and that type of shit?
Or
But I don't
Shapiro.
know.
I mean, like, why
Crowder would come in dressed up like a Native American or something.
Well,
and
fine,
just, like,
Shapiro then.
Shapiro.
Shapiro,
Yeah.
whatever. Sorry, who cares? Go on. Sorry, it's your idol. I know. Go there and disagree with them.
Right. Like have an actual debate.
I never. I mean, I know I'm completely opposite of that. I would do that anytime. I mean, anytime.
I just think there's a huge impulse that on a certain political party just to not even have that conversation.
Like Donald Trump Jr. is going on The View this week.
Yeah.
I like that. Like that's going to be a war.
Right.
And I know he's doing other stuff. He's going on with Howie, I saw, and Howie will kiss his ass, and that's fine. There are places you do that, but he'll go on. He's a lunatic. He seems like an asshole, but he'll go on with anybody.
Do you want to get him on?
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Will he come on with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have him on. Good. I don't know, Sure, we'll have him on. Rather have his dad on, but we're going to have him on.
There's a weird thing, too, with like...
He's a big Barstool guy.
I was going to say, you'd be a perfect example of this, but I was thinking because Trump Jr. was on with Jim Norton not that long ago,
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
And it seems to me like that side, like the right, is always willing to go on places that are kind of neutral. Because Jim Norton's not a Republican, certainly, but he's pretty neutral. But no one from the left would ever go on with
I keep saying
that
this,
show or
and people get mad on the left. The left has completely allowed the right to become more free thinking.
Right.
It's insane. It is totally flipped. And that's why I'm closer to a Republican than I am to a Democrat, because honestly, socially, like abortion, I'm fine. I'm liberal on that. Gay marriage, I'm liberal on that. Transgender rights, God knows I'm liberal on that. But the free speech issue...
But most of the right is kind of liberal on that, where they're like, yeah, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah, I think the libertarian, that sort of thread is made its way through. Yeah. The extreme right isn't, God knows. And you still have to play that game. That's the thing. You have to pretend. Like, you have to, are they going to all do that in 4 years? They're all going to pretend that they really care if gay people are married or not.
No, I think Trump kind of flipped the script, because he's the first president to be elected actually supporting gay marriage.
Yeah. I just don't think he cares about it.
Well, I mean, he was more liberal than Obama when he was first elected.
But who did he pick as his vice president?
Well, Mike Pence.
Why?
But, I mean, it's just that interesting play.
For that
to hammer down that base.
Yeah,
you have to placate that crowd. But can there be a president and vice president on the right who say, what?
I think you will see that. I think that's where the trend is moving. But just think, in our lifetimes, you've seen conservatives have gone from the enemies of free speech, like trying to shut Stern down, like
Colin Powell
Christians
Jr.
trying to enforce speech codes.
It was Colin Powell Jr., right? With Michael Powell. Was that his name?
Michael
He was
Powell,
in charge of the FCC. He would fine. He would fine Stern. They would fine Stern all the time, millions and millions of dollars.
That was
for
a big,
nothing.
Well, it always amazes me how Stern was always rallying against the FCC. You don't hear about the FCC ever anymore. It's
they're
us
gone.
policing ourselves.
No, and I mean, like with Murchison, like I know he reached out to the FCC, is my understanding, and they didn't care.
Yeah,
like,
what are they going to do?
Whatever.
He didn't curse. He didn't.
Says penis sometimes. Like I don't.
I mean, you didn't even get that many FCC complaints because we filed a request to get all of yours.
No, not many of those.
It was like Kirk called his producer a fat asshole.
Right. Yeah, there would be stuff. And you can't say, like on there, you couldn't. It's just these fucking rules, like these dumb FCC rules. Obviously, you couldn't say the big words, right? You couldn't say fuck, shit. I forget, whatever the word.
That's why I was like listening to you online, because it felt like a little treat. Ooh, I got to hear him.
Yeah, once in a while, I'd be so bored, I'd be like, fuck this fucking shitty show. Because I knew they'd drop it. If they didn't drop it, I didn't care anyway, so I'd get fired. But, you couldn't say, lick the shaft, because that's a sexual, because that would be like Bradford licks the shaft of a Red Sox player. But you can't do that. You can't do that. Why? Well, because it's suggestive, sexually suggestive.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're grown adults listening to the show. Like, what? This is so childish.
And is that an FCC thing, or is that
yes, that's an FCC thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
So people think that the FCC is just like, these are the words you can't say.
No,
but there's also this whole ambiguous territory.
Yeah.
Like, you can say his name is Dick, but you couldn't say suck a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a big difference.
Yeah,
I mean, you went two extremes there. So that's true. But yeah, you couldn't say.
It didn't phase me either. I was like, yeah, of course, that makes sense.
Yeah, you couldn't say licking somebody's balls, and you couldn't say. You could technically say asshole, but they didn't let us say it. You could say asshole,
really,
but you couldn't say anything. Yeah, that changed. Yeah, over the
really
yes.
Because I was told you couldn't even say masshole.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know. Jeez. But you couldn't say things involving the asshole.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think we've talked about this before, but on 98.5, you can't say, one of the sports stations in Boston, you can't say scumbag because it's referring to a used condom or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I had that conversation before. There was an attempt to ban scumbag on
that
the
feels like an internal.
Yeah.
But we would once in a while get updates like, hey, the FCC is saying this. Yeah. You can't suddenly say this. You could say pussy.
Right.
But they wouldn't let our show say pussy because Murchison.
I remember the first time I was on air, I said pussy.
Right.
In that, like referring to a wimp.
It's a bold move for your first time on air.
Yeah, she's crazy. This guy was crazy.
Well, it was midnight, so I also thought it was fine.
You wouldn't know what was listening.
Yeah.
I think you had more experience kind of testing the limits of what the FCC allows.
I did, and I enjoyed watching everybody freak out because I'm like,
what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Fucking word.
Yeah.
It's a word. Who gives a shit? Like at night on television, you can flip around on USA and you see two people fucking. And at 7 in the morning when you're driving in your car, you can't hear some guy say the word pussy.
Yeah.
When everybody says it conversationally, it's dumb. I mean, I get you're driving kids to school, whatever. I mean, I suppose I understand that, but it's just so dumb.
It was always funny. You forget that these people exist. Like I remember Opie and Anthony after MIA went on the Super Bowl halftime show and gave the camera the finger or something like that. Yeah. And they read the FCC complaints the next day.
Right.
And it's like, wow, you forget these people even fucking exist.
Yeah, they're out there.
Oh, you get them and you'd be like, yeah, this guy said that you said, and I'm like, I'm sure I said it. I don't know what, let me see, FCC rules for radios. I don't know if they update them all the time now, Steve. I'm not sure.
I'm sure.
All right, I'm looking at your FCC complaints right now.
Okay.
On August 25th, 2016, Kirk Minihane of The Morning Show used the word fucking at approximately 8:50 a.m. and continually uses the same word during his podcast with producer Chris Curtis.
Well, that's podcasting is fine.
But think about this. They were so offended.
They listen to the podcast?
They were so offended by your swearing.
First of all,
Let me check out this guy's podcast.
It never made it to the air, though.
No.
If you listened online, you would get the uninterrupted. For a while, they stopped that.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
you
says
can't anymore,
this
but-
complaint actually came from Joe Zarbona.
Yeah, you would get the full thing uninterrupted on the feed for a
Yeah.
while. That stopped as well.
Those were the days.
Because you'd get these texts and they'd be like, but that fuck went on the air. And everyone would be like, it did. And I was like, oh, if it did, so what? Just fuck.
September 12th, 2016. Hi, it's been 3 weeks now. What happened with Minihane's podcast in which he uses profanity continually? Larry.
That's probably Larry from Newburyport.
Yes.
The original Murchison.
A gentleman that was on your...
He follows up in October. Still waiting for a response. It's been 2 months.
Jesus.
That guy was on a list at the front desk of Entercom that says, if this man shows up, call the police.
Yes. He was one of the originals.
Yeah.
December 7th, 2017. While I listened to WEEI Boston this morning, radio show host Kirk Minihane stated that his co-host was a fat piece of shit, adding that he wanted to, quote, take a dump on a guest's head, adding that a show guest should, quote, lick his nuts, and that he was suspended from his show for calling a woman a bitch.
Oh, that's true. That last part's true.
This, along with irate screaming at callers on the WEEI call-in line and intense anger, must be violating FCC on-air rules. What he does in his personal life is one thing. Why is a person of this level of character and integrity allowed on the air at all?
It's reasonable.
He states that his show is number one and he wants to win, but at what cost? I ask for his removal and permanent ban from broadcasting. This is not the first time he's violated FCC rules.
Is that Murchison?
I have no idea.
Oh, maybe.
I bet it is. October 2017 is right when he started his campaign.
There you go.
That's almost a guarantee.
I remember doing this on college radio when David Ortiz said, this is our fucking city.
Yes.
And people wrote about that.
Oh, but everyone was like, but a lot of people were like, that's great. It's great that he did that. Like,
Yeah.
No, found the Murchison complaint.
Oh, let me hear it.
Because cities listed Sherburne. I have sent hurtful and demeaning raw content to advertisers on
Hold
Mr.
on.
Minihane's show.
Is this really true? Hold on. Is this really true? I mean,
Yeah.
so again, I just have to keep everyone in mind. This is my life. This is what we're talking
And
about.
this is, what's the date on this?
The date of the issue, it says April 27th, 2018.
Okay, so by that point, we're like 7 or 8 months in. It's been goes on to this day. So you people in Discord who I give you this fucking show every day are arguing about stickers and who should be fucking on what level. Listen to what I have to deal with every single, as Kevin Clancy said today. He admires me. He said, you hear that part?
Yeah, yes.
He admires me. As you guys should and you don't. Admire what I go
We've
through.
always said we
Debatable.
admire you.
You two losers could fucking scamper off and he wouldn't even
Why
give
are
a
we-
shit about you two assholes. Let me hear this complaint. Christ. What's the logo gonna be? Greatest fights today on YouTube. Justin, is
that me complaining?
Is it Justin or fucking whatever? Who's the other shithead?
Will. But
Justin and Will.
Justin or Will?
Justin is my guy.
Tell them both to go fuck off. Who's the one who was sitting in front of me like a shithead the other day?
That was Will.
Did he apologize yet?
No.
He made legitimate eye contact with me, which is a fucking intern no-no.
He's very worried about that.
He knows he's
meant
not
to.
supposed to.
That is
meant not
intern
to.
no-no number one, is to make eye contact with
I'll
me.
have a talk with him. All right, Mr. Murchison writes,
Good. All right, let me hear this.
I have sent hurtful and demeaning raw content to advertisers on Mr. Minihane's show. The vast majority of them have pulled their ads because of the content. On Friday, Mr. Minihane called my church and threatened them with public shaming if the
Time out.
minister...
Accurate. So, I mean, first of all, I did what I did. I started doing that and was good. I'm glad you brought this up, Stephen. So at that point in the part of this thing, I was like, well, everyone in Intercom is sitting around like a bunch of, if I can use this word in this podcast, pussies. You're like, don't upset him. He'll go away. Don't upset him. He'll go away. What can we do? Can we have a meeting?
Yeah.
Can we bring in people? Let's bring in this guy. Let's have a meeting about this. Let's make a deal with him. Let's offer him this. Let's offer him that. We'll do free. We were doing like weekend programming for transgender community. Fine. Meeting with transgender people. Fine. Doing commercials during the day about this. Giving this man everything he wants. He's laughing. He's continuing to call these advertisers. He's just mocking these shitheads. Joe Sarbano, Mark Hammond, David Field, these cowards, day after day after day. So I said one day, I was like, fuck this. I'm going to start calling people in his life. And there's no threatening, nothing. I just said, hey, just so you know, you work with this guy. He's been terrorizing me. I'm going to let people know that your company or your church is in business with this person. It doesn't seem to be a place. I remember speaking to the person at the church who was a total asshole, by the way. And I said, just so you know, like, this does not seem to be a person who your church would want to be representative of. It's not a person who loves, a person of warmth, kindness, compassion. Quite the opposite. And the guy was like, ooh, he was a total dick. Hopefully dead at this point. And brutally so, one can hope. Hopefully he got run over by a car 40 times, lived, and then fucking got, brain cancer.
Yes, we all hope.
What?
I agree.
Well, I mean, I have no patience for people who like sympathize with this guy. None. I don't care if you're a fucking priest or whatever. It doesn't make any difference than anybody else. So I called people after people. And then Murchison called Mark Hannon and those people. And they were like, stop. You got to stop this right now. Stop doing it. That's what they it is fucking unbelievable.
I love this line from his complaint. I don't believe a radio station should be used as a weapon to silence critics. Okay. Big free speech guy.
Yeah, that's Bob all the way.
Yeah.
What a fucking asshole.
I'm a total asshole. Oh, God. That just aggravates me. But yeah, let's worry about what fucking some guy does with his goddamn stickers and fucking.
That's one that comes up a lot, and I've heard it recently. That I remember when I defended Christian Fourier on Twitter a couple of years ago.
The Don Ye thing?
When he did the Don Ye thing. Yeah. Someone said that I shouldn't be subjected to
public airwaves,
flipping around my dial and accidentally coming upon that.
Can you imagine being so scared that you're going to flip a radio dial and hear a guy doing a ridiculous Asian accent for 4 seconds?
My word.
Would you paralyze? Keep fucking moving the dial.
April 2018.
If you move far enough right, Mike, you know what happens.
You'll be in the glove box.
I mean, that's what's going to happen.
That's what I tell these people.
They don't listen.
I know.
All right, here's another complaint from Clinton. Between approximately 8:09 a.m. and 8:25 a.m. this morning, Channel 93.5 radio personalities used the word douche 3 times.
Ooh.
And they got the station wrong, too.
Good. Yeah, those poor 93.5 people. It's probably like some easy listening channel. Seekonk.
3 times they said, grab him by the balls, drag him around, and it's a circle jerk. That's what it is, a circle jerk. Inappropriate for anyone listening, especially young people. Can you hear it now? Hey, Mom, what's a circle jerk?
Well, I would say
saucy conversation.
These are people who don't have children, because if you have a teenager at this point in your life, if you don't think they know what a fucking circle jerk is,
right.
I mean, Jesus. By the way, what fucking teenagers listen to radio anyway?
Me.
My daughter is 12. The idea of I'll ask you these questions all the time just because it amuses me. We're driving the other day, and she was watching something on YouTube, and the promo came up for the new Terminator movie. I said, do you know Arnold Schwarzenegger is? And she said, I have no idea who that is. She said, I have no idea what that name is. I'm like, of course you wouldn't. The guy's 75 years old.
Right.
Yeah, she's going to be, if I said to Kate, hey, Kate, put on FM radio right now and find me a station. She'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, what is what?
That's where these people have no foresight when they don't realize that, like, 15 I knew what everything about radio, and I was probably an outlier. But when I was a kid, there were still kids that listened to sports talk radio and shit like that.
But the options even then were far limited.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When
you're
15 years ago versus now, it's like,
right.
I'm the same way. I listen to sports radio and radio, but had I had YouTube then and stuff, it would have been different.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
sure.
I mean, the FCC is a total relic, right? When there were 3 radio stations and everyone was consuming the same news and entertainment content.
I suppose that mattered.
If this podcast and KFC radio and Legion of Skanks and the shit that I listened to existed when I was at 15,
forget it.
Never would have listened to radio.
Yeah, what's his face? For
Dumb Men.
For Dumb Men.
Yeah.
That's a good podcast.
Right. We can say that now because there's no proof it existed.
So this is a briefer complaint from 2016. Mm-hmm. One host called another host a pedophile, saying he watches boys in the shower.
that was maybe the best episode of the show. Maybe the best episode of Kirk Minihane.
I'm actually looking at the guy right now.
That's the kind of kindergarten we run over here.
That was an amazing. Yes, that's true.
It was a great day.
I mean, actually listening to that and thinking it's serious.
Well, ask Gary Tangway about that.
That's true.
So now we're going back in time. July 8th, 2015. This is when it was the Dennis and Callahan show, and you're already making waves. I was listening to EEI out of Boston. They were talking about Russell Wilson. Kirk Minihane stated that Russell Wilson likes to have his nuts licked. I have written many times about this gentleman to you and his bosses. The vulgar language occurred in the 9 a.m. hour of the Dennis and Callahan show. I find Mr. Minihane, spells your name wrong, to be very, very offensive in all caps. I hope you take some action against him.
What if he likes having his nuts licked?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Well, you said it on air.
Right, but I think there's a chance
But
he
you
likes
said
having
it on the radio. It was very, very offensive.
It's very wrong of you.
I understand that. I apologize. But what if he likes, what's his wife's name? She's very attractive.
Sierra?
Sierra? That's what I was going to say. It's probably not right.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful
Old
woman,
men.
and she has a tongue, and he has balls.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes to have his balls licked.
We don't speak of it, though.
Oh, we can't hear, right?
Those are just the hidden.
So when I was told, when I read the Boston Magazine profile that Tom Stackpole wrote about me, Bob Murchison said, it's because and he said to Sue O'Connell, it's public airwaves. I'm protecting the public. Well, now I don't feel like this is public airwaves. So I
don't think so.
What's the issue now? I don't understand.
Steve's always working on the antenna.
Steve loves this, buddy.
I do love
It
this.
is funny though. This is actually pretty entertaining.
So this is December 2017. On December 11th, at sometime around 7:30
But I love that
a.m.
Steve's like, you didn't get a lot of complaints. Complaint after complaint.
Here's 40,000.
On December 11th, at sometime around 7:30 a.m. on the Kirk and Callahan show, the hosts were talking about a young boy who had been bullied at school and had video put out by his mother that went viral. Jerry Callahan literally said on air that the young boy should get a gun and take a list of names of his bullies and go to school and take them out.
He's right.
Oh, that was that film one that was bullshit, right? Remember that one where they filmed the mom was talking to the kid and it was a crime, but it turned out it was a GoFundMe scam?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the thing I said right away, and they were all, I was like, this is clearly a scam.
That was wrong of you to say.
I'm sorry to say that.
Whether or not you were correct.
Here's what he should do, okay? This is reasonable, I think. Should get a gun and start shooting. By the way, I can't believe Jerry said that. I can and I can't. But, you got to remember, there's also, guys like Merchant, those people, they would just make up lies to the FCC. Why not?
Well, yeah. Well,
I mean, a lot of it.
What's the harm?
I'm sure a lot. I mean, if I said to you that you said something 6 weeks ago in the 8 o'clock, you wouldn't remember it.
Oh,
I remember
really?
none of this stuff. No. I mean, I remember the Tangway thing. But the nuts licking thing, I'm sure I said it.
Yeah, right.
Is that a violation? It's an act.
I think it would have to be. If lick the shaft is.
But licking nuts may not be sexual, though.
That's fair.
Really?
Clinical.
Depends on how you mean it.
What if you have
That's
something?
what you get into a weird thing. It's how did he mean it?
I think pretty much any time there's mouth to genital contact.
What if you have
that's
something
sexual.
on your nuts that you can't quite get and somebody just licks it off for you?
Brazil nuts or...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess if you're licking someone's peanuts.
Let's say DEC is a super flexible guy and he has some peanut butter go down to his nuts and he licks it off. Is that sexual?
Right. I don't know.
He's
just hungry.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Huh. So we have none of. So instead, we just have Murchison sending these essentially that version now to advertisers.
Well, I imagine they're still making, and they were complaining enough about me. I imagine there's somebody who's dashed off an email.
I guess.
Thinking that any spoken format is subject.
Can you get a
to
request
FCC
for
rules.
all EI in since I left? Because I'd be curious.
Yeah,
if there's anything.
I've got it for you. Here,
Okay, I'm saying, can you make that request? I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, I
Okay.
can. The FCC
Will
is
they
usually
say
pretty
because
good
it's
at
really
public records
boring?
requests.
Will they ever say, boy, it's really boring? It's like I literally hurt myself listening to this
Danielle
show.
said D today. What does that mean?
Do we have a Dale update? Anything? Is it
No, he hasn't said anything, and
Well,
I can't see his tweets now because he's
Me neither.
I don't know if I should tell you this or not. You're going to get pissed off. I don't want to get you pissed off.
the Bowdoin police contact you.
Hey, we've seen him when he's angry. We don't want to get him angry.
They've taken your diploma away. They've rescinded it.
Ah, fuck. Because see, the thing is, you and Howie both did the same thing before you hired me.
What's that?
Where'd you go to school?
I
The
asked
very
you that?
first question. No, no one's asked me that. Like I might not even have a degree for it. All anybody knows.
I believe that you.
Well, they're getting to work today again.
I guess we're all set here. No, I know Steve. As I saw, and Steve had a very, very controversial speech a couple of years ago. Bowdoin that set the campus on fire.
Right.
What year was that?
Must have been 2 years ago. I got paid for that, by the way.
Honorarium?
Well, they brought
Yeah.
you back.
Were there
You were,
protesters there?
I got a Linda Marks style on
Wow. Was there a protest in front?
No, there wasn't a protest. The protest was pretty much the audience.
Ooh, they booed?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I just made fun of liberals for like 45 minutes.
Totally. It's off the cuff, or?
Did my stand-up routine.
Is there sound of that or no?
You
No?
seen this shit, folks? You got a newspaper up there?
Oh, what's going on in the world today? Can you believe this?
But then, they were just like giving me evil eyes the entire time. Then they stand up and they do the typical college kid question thing where you lecture for 5 minutes and then ask a question at the end that just doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, it was uncomfortable.
Who brought you there?
The college Republicans in the Pusinian Society.
The Pusinian Society brought you there.
Yeah.
Oh. Of course they did.
The Pusinian Society. There would be an account of that.
Was that a big topic on Howie's show when you did it or no?
No. Not at all, actually. And talk about it.
No, not at all?
No.
So we've talked about it more than you have.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm looking for the actual words you can't say here.
Do you think they'll ever get to the internet, get their mitts on the internet, the FCC?
No.
I think technologically it'd be much harder for them because the radio spec. No.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear it. Yep, let me hear it.
All right.
It's your fault.
Take a quick snooze.
There's only so much radio spectrum, and it has to be regulated. Otherwise, like someone could just come and broadcast on EEI signal, and then no one would be able to hear EEI. So
You don't think
there has
there's
to be like
technology
clear lanes of the highway.
I think eventually on like YouTube and shit, it'll be, like cursing will be regulated and shit.
Well,
like
certain
that.
things on YouTube, you have to log in as like an adult. I've seen.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you could also just create right now a YouTube competitor where it's not silent.
True. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So there's so much competition. It really is still the wild, wild west. I mean, you can go on the dark web.
I mean, listen, this is what you have to deal with the FCC, okay? So you always hear about this. In 1964 landmark case, Supreme Court pornography, Judge Potter Stewart famously wrote, "I know it when I see it." Mm-hmm. That case still influences the FCC rules today. This is from the FCC's website. And complaints from the public about broadcasting objectionable content drive the enforcement of these rules. In other words, if you know it when you see it and find it objectionable, you can tell the FCC and ask us to check into it.
Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Oddly enough,
Fucking assholes.
I think that's what Feidelberg said about cancel culture yesterday.
I mean, this is from their website. This is what they're telling people. Deciding what's obscene, indecent, or profane. So they're going to tell us what we think is obscene or profane. Obscene content does not have to have protection by the First Amendment. For content to be ruled obscene, it must meet a three-pronged test established by the Supreme Court. It must appeal to an average person's interest, depict or describe sexual content in a patently offensive way, and, taken as a whole, lack serious literary, artistic, political, or scientific value. I mean, what?
Well, everything.
Fuck. I mean,
you're safe because everything you've done has significant literary
well, there's
value.
artistic content to it.
Yeah.
I mean, Russell Wilson getting his nuts licked to me. If his girlfriend did, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. It must meet a three-pronged test established by the Supreme Court. So if
And these are the rules that are being like put forth by the same government that funded Pissed Christ.
Right.
You
And
remember
they
that
could-
statue
yes.
or piece of art?
and they could fine you, a company, $1 million. They could sit around and be like, all right, what do we have here? Case 2612. Somebody in Boston named Kirk Minihane said somebody licked somebody's nuts. What do you guys? Does it meet the three-pronged test? Let's talk about it. And they would talk about this.
Gather round, gang.
And the thing is, it doesn't come up like a week after they get the
No,
complaint. They
forever
don't
after.
investigate
Right.
it. Yeah, and some stations don't even have archives, so you're just going to be investigating what one anonymous person says they heard.
I mean, and right in the bottom there, file a complaint with the FCC. I mean, they want you to do it. It's fucking crazy.
In Stern's heyday, it must have been impossible to do that then.
Well, but
Like in the 80s to have, because nothing was archived.
when
really.
he started getting hit the most was in the 90s and like the mid 90s.
yeah.
And I think then so many people were listening to it
yeah.
that they would just get somebody sent.
And there's a bunch of people that record it.
Yeah,
and
they would
those
send
radio
it.
tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I'm stunned that they didn't link to that. I'm surprised they didn't tape it and link to that stuff. And and that is the one thing that would that would scare these pussies the most. Like,
Yeah.
The FCC, they could take away our license and they could do. I'm like, well, they're not going to.
That would be huge.
And when do they do that? When do they really do that ever?
Yeah.
It almost never happens.
Well, the thing was, it became Stern made it like a bigger fine, right? Wasn't it like in Stern's day, it was like a slap on the wrist, kind of.
Oh, pre-Stern,
And then
you mean?
after, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after, I forget if it was Janet Jackson or maybe the Sex for Sam thing, but something made it where it's like $100,000 fine.
But weirdly, the FCC kind of helped Stern. Because
Oh, made it more
without a
dangerous.
doubt,
yeah,
yeah.
because he was like fighting. He was fighting Uncle Sam.
Well, there's
for
an
the right to
element
be
of that
funny.
even with like Murchison, where it's someone to fight against and rail against. It's content that's
No
always
question.
there,
Yeah. I mean, yes.
So you're
yeah.
saying that like Kirk is secretly working
yeah,
with
not that it's a
Murchison?
good, not that it's a good thing.
Let's not dig into that. I mean, but there's a relationship. He's a good friend. I'm not going to say that he's a bad guy. I hope nobody
Right.
gets that confused. Yeah, he got a $600,000 fine at one point by the FCC.
Jesus
600.
Christ.
So in 1992, $600,000 fine. Stern denigrated the pancake icon.
Aunt Jemima?
Aunt Jemima?
Which Jemima is it?
Is it Aunt Jemima?
Is it Aunt or Aunt?
I would have said aunt.
Everyone says Aunt Jemima, but you say fucking Aunt Jemima. I fucking give up. I have never fucking ever fucking heard anyone say Aunt Jemima. Ever. I say Aunt for everything. That's Aunt Jemima. And Steve totally... Did you hear that?
Yes.
He says Aunt Jemima.
It's not Aunt Jemima.
Why is it Aunt Jemima?
It's just the way I said it.
But why is she an aunt?
You guys want there to be some kind of hard,
But
clear
nobody in the
principle.
history of the world has ever said Aunt Jemima.
We don't want there to be a rule. You made the rule.
Yeah, it's a Robinson rule.
No, there are aunts, there are aunts. There's no clear, bright line that
But
explains
everyone
it.
else says aunt for her. That's
It's just
that is
something you
established.
intuit.
What?
It's just something you intuit. It's just a
You
reaction.
intuition. Oh, Jesus God, you just double douche yourself.
You intuit.
Did you ever heard her referred ever as Aunt
No,
Jemima?
never once. I thought he was joking.
So did I. I thought you were making. Oh God. He denigrated the pancake icon Aunt Jemima in 1992 when he said on his radio show, "The closest I came to making love to a black woman was I masturbated to a picture of Aunt Jemima on a pancake box." Jesus Christ. They fined Stern $600,000 for that.
Unbelievable.
That's incredible.
Well, you kind of were in the middle of like a Christian moral panic about that kind of stuff, where they like rap album lyrics.
Yeah,
and,
Tipper Gore and all that shit.
And is that like the radio station pays that? Or the company, rather? Or no?
I think they would share it. I was always told that if we let an F-bomb out through Howie's network, we would be responsible for reimbursing all of the affiliates, because they could all be fined individually. And then you also have like insurance for it.
Jesus.
So probably an insurance company paid a lot of it, right?
I guess.
Although who wants to insure Howard Stern
That's the
when you
thing.
know he's purposely going out there and getting FCC fines?
Keep in mind, this is a guy, by the way, who dances with Ellen now and is,
Insane.
Another fine, 1995. Selena's fans reeled from the shooting death of the Latin singer. Stern made fun of them. The day before her funeral, he played gunshots over Selena's music. Ooh, maybe we should... Good old DEC is keep up chumpery.
Good thing we clean that one up.
He also said, Spanish people have the worst taste in music. The music does nothing for me. Alvin and the Chipmunks have more soul. He infuriated Hispanic communities across the country. He apologized on the air in Spanish, saying his comments were made in satire, not intended to hurt. Did he really do that? The Columbine controversy. Apparently, whatever lessons Stern learned from the Selena mess didn't last long. April 21st, 1999, the day after the Columbine shooting, Stern mused about the really good-looking girls who ran away from their lives from the gunman. There were some really good-looking girls running away with their hands over their heads. Did any of those kids try to have sex with those girls? They didn't even do that? And at least if you're going to kill yourself and kill the kids, why wouldn't you have some sex? If I was going to kill some people, I'd take them out with sex.
Strange stance. But
Weird. Like a sort of unfunny, odd. But again,
But also, I guess
when these other, like the New York Times and everyone did this big thing about how wonderful Stern is now, did they go and find these old stories?
I don't remember that. Yeah.
Okay. Again, I just want consistency. That's all.
it's kind of fucked up to think this way, because shootings just happen all the time. But after Columbine, it was like a unique national tragedy, and for his head to
It was
go
a day
there,
after.
that's fucking
The
dark.
general manager of the station, just to give you an idea of what it means when the person's doing well, said Stern felt his comments were taken out of context.
Okay.
Jesus. So the band that drove him to satellite radio, as he's always said, Clear Channel Radio carried Stern's show in 6 markets, dropped the shock jock after they were hit with a $500,000. God, they shock jock. $500,000 fine. The reason, interview with Rick Solomon, the co-star of Paris Hilton's sex tape, in which Stern and Solomon talk graphically about anal sex, and the caller used the N-word. So there you go.
My God.
Well, I'm not really...
I like the imagery they put on it, though, where one of the lines you said was, it infuriated Hispanic families across the country.
They asked every single one.
Where's your evidence of that? Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there was some, whatever. But keep in mind, by the way, that's outrage society.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good point. Well, it was a different outrage society, like we said earlier.
Yes, but that's
Stern was like nothing they've dealt with before.
right.
That was
There was
like,
social media back then.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
but now this guy is a fucking little teddy bear. He's a little hangs out with Ellen and Jennifer Aniston. And they all
Endorsing
say,
Hillary Clinton.
and they say, "Oh, he's so thoughtful and wonderful." And I don't want anybody to dig up his old shit and get him in trouble. I really don't. But
I think he's too big to get in trouble at this point, right?
yeah, he's removed from everything, but you can't have it both ways. Like, you get people trying to dig everybody's old. Some guy raised $1 million. They try and find his old tweets.
Yeah.
Stern is talking about fucking hot
Spanish music sucks.
talking about Columbine shooters trying to fuck high school girls.
Yeah, you can't be a place that excuses Howard Stern and then looks at our
Yeah.
podcast like it's this awful smut.
This is dirty and
Yeah.
oh god, it's fucking incredible. So that's funny though. But to my knowledge, it was never an FCC fine.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Which would have been great.
All of the complaints say investigated and they passed or whatever.
Really? Because I always said that. I was like, if we ever get hit with a fine, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, you would have known. Yeah,
They're never going to take it. When was the last time the FCC took away a station's license?
It was always their biggest
never heard of
fear.
it. Yeah.
They were always terrified.
It's not going to happen. I know, like, Howie was upset because he thought if Hillary Clinton won, she's going to do fairness doctrine stuff and shut down some of the right-wing radio shows. But that's not going to happen.
No, I mean, no, Obama didn't do it. Bill Clinton didn't do it.
They might migrate to the internet anyways. I mean, so many people are listening online now.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't know. But anyway, that's the kind of shit, like stuff like that, and then they come in and be like, just so you know, there's a bunch of FCC complaints, and you're like, oh, okay, like what would you like me to do?
No.
Would you like me to do? Nothing. No, nothing. Just want you to know about it. Oh, okay, great. Thanks. See you later. Like that's one of the wonderful things about, and I sound like Stern now. It's one of the wonderful things about getting the fuck away from that stupid business.
Yeah.
Like they sit around, nobody there has to worry about it. You know, no one's listening. First of all, they complain. It's like they'll never say anything interesting enough that they'll cross any line, so they're safe.
Yeah.
I listened for 2 minutes yesterday. I haven't listened forever. The afternoon show, that show with Ordway and Lou and Fourier. They were talking about, ranking the Super Bowl contenders, and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, they were when I was trying to call in and get Dale talking about the Bowdoin police, they were talking about like the Bruins front line and their second line, and I actually had to go do work and read some sports blog to be like, I don't even know how to communicate with Dale. Talking about like the front line I just like made up some bullshit. It was easier to do the right wing prank calls than it was to actually
I'm sure.
tell a call screener on this fucking stupid hockey show. Like, oh yeah, I want to talk about the Bruins and the puck.
And then that maybe not the same day, but around then I called and wanted to talk about a legitimate thing. I said I want to talk about the Gary Gulman thing, and they're like, yeah, we're not taking calls on that.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I mean, keep in mind, Dale's show is no different than 98% of the shows in radio. They don't care about entertaining the audience. They just want to stay employed and stay out of trouble.
Right.
That's it. Go to work.
It's just such a bizarre instinct.
Like today, I'm sure today, if we put it on now, if you put on Greg Hill right now on these shows, it's just, they're talking about, the Patriots defense because they know it's safe. They'll get calls. And they can just sweep through a day and have a guest on.
It's just a job.
Yeah, and then just do it again tomorrow.
Well, I'm kind of worried about how Lamar Jackson cut through him like a warm knife through butter.
That's right.
Like a warm knife through butter. Right. Like a warm knife through butter.
Yeah.
It'd be a knife through warm butter?
I've heard it the way he's saying.
Really?
I got to defend him on this one. Yeah.
If a knife's warm and the butter's cold, it'll go through. Yeah, I guess.
I guess
I was
so,
thinking the butter being warm and melting.
I prefer that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Easier to spread.
It's a good question. I don't know. Huh. Well, they put it on now. Let me see what they're doing now. I'm just curious because I think it'll be, I know they're a wacky morning show, but it's just going to be like,
probably in commercial. What time is it?
No, that's true. 9:30. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know what the commercial breaks are now. That's the other thing. You get these, the program director would come
they used to fucking hate. I could tell that they hated you because you wouldn't stick to a clock.
No, because I was like, why would you ever stick to the same clock? Then they know in the fucking commercial.
We got commercials coming up, guys. Feel free to change it.
The new regime or something? Or do you just feel like there wasn't something that was out there for him that was better?
Oh, going to a sports
flash. He seems like a mercenary who would have gone for better money elsewhere. But team can take advantage of it. They can also trade him now. He can block.
Fine. So J.D. Martinez stay with the Red Sox, right?
You believe it?
No,
but
I can't.
That means they might be more likely to get rid
trade
of him.
Mookie Betts.
Yes.
But they would come in and they'd be like, because the program directors know nothing else. Like, they didn't know what to do with me. They just didn't. Like, the other people were dogs. They would do whatever they told them. But they would come and be like, listen, okay, you did a 13 last month. This month, you're doing a 12.4. We think it's because you're not paying attention to the clock. And I'd say, well, okay,
That's justifying their job.
Also, maybe the one person's on vacation or one day they listen to something else. But we did a 16 6 months ago, and I didn't pay attention to the clock then. Well, okay, but listen to this. We changed the clock around.
It's like, Mr. Minihane, we understand that when you're here, number goes up, but we'd like you to change things a little bit.
They'd be like, instead of breaking at 28, instead of breaking at 18, 36, and 54, now we're going to sweep that quarter hour. We're gonna break it 42 instead of 36. That way we get everybody from 98.5. And I'm like, I'm not going to listen to this.
They have to justify their own existence.
That's legitimately all it is.
If they're not
saying that
changing the fucking clock, then they have nothing to do.
I would say,
if you're getting a 16, then they serve no purpose.
I would say, why don't you just go in there and just make up a short story or something and come back and read it to me? Because you're doing something that's totally irrelevant to what I'm doing anyway. Go have some fun. Go do something. Go have a good time.
See, what I would do if I were in that job is just say, hey, Kirk, you got a 16 this week or this month? Just make sure, if anyone asks, I'm doing a good job.
I would say, yeah, fine. Great. Leave us alone. I don't care. I mean,
or how about saying, you're getting astonishing ratings. Is there anything that I can do to help you?
That was never a
think
question
of?
that was ever
Yeah,
asked.
just,
No, of course
just like,
not.
can I give you
also
like
just-
a budget to do some outside
Or,
projects?
by
or
the way,
something?
how about this? How about a good idea? Like, I'm fine with good ideas that can help the show. You have any ideas? You have anything other than the fucking clock? And you hear these slaves, the Dales of the world. Like at 54, if you're supposed to break at 55, all of a sudden
in the
you
middle
hear-
of a thought.
Yeah,
Just
somebody,
like
somebody,
fucking
would
hit a wall.
someone would say something. His partner, whoever, would say something not interesting, but whatever, would say something, and Dale would go, "Yeah." 617-779-7937, 617-779-7937. We'll get to Paul and Andy in a second, and whoever's going to join us at 10:35.
Spoiler alert.
Well, I remember when I was a kid listening to The Big Show when they would have whoever on. They had a couple guests. And I remember once they got into an interesting, maybe it wasn't interesting looking back, but I thought it was interesting at the time. And they did an hour without taking a break.
Right.
And then afterwards they were like, "Oh fuck, we have to make up for it." And I was like, "But that was the most interesting radio I've heard in months. Like, I'm sticking around for that."
I did freak out because sometimes we have to double up on the ads, and they'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Oh, whatever. If they like it, they'll come back."
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? What the fuck do you want me to do? Like,
We actually had a few times where we had the president of the United States on. We were like, nope, commercial break.
really?
Jesus.
Why?
I mean, we'd stretch it, but because we were
a
a
network.
network show,
Right.
so it's a little bit harder. Basically, all the computer systems that are automating the show will get all fucked
Well,
up.
that was
if you
what we
don't
used to
stick
hear,
it.
is because we were syndicated. So you'd say, "Oh, the Portland station." And I'd say, "Well, do I get a bonus for the Portland station? No, I don't give a fuck. Like, pay me for that, and we'll I'm trying to do the best show I can. You know, it's like Steve always trying to get me to do these reads. It's fucking aggravating. What the fuck?
Can imagine.
But yeah, a weird business. And at least we're out of that.
Yeah, it's nice to not have a clock and a broadcast and a network to care about.
God, I mean, it's the fucking worst. And to be sitting there, and I understand. I mean, I do understand it's a business, but you're just like, we're trying to do a show. At the
Yeah,
same time.
it's a business, so why are we paying for Joe Zarbano to come in here and lecture me about the clock?
Well, the beauty of that is, so, he would suck at his job, right?
Sure.
Or not at anything, whatever. But then they'd bring in the consultant. They'd pay him because the other guy's not doing it. And he'd come in and be
God,
like,
is there anybody more worthless
Maybe if he
than
hears
talk
it from a
radio
second
consultant?
person.
right. And the guy would come in, and it was Jason Barrett for us. Nice guy, but useless. I mean, telling me what to do. It's like fucking telling Picasso how to paint or telling Brandy Love how to suck somebody's dick. He'd come in and he'd say, you guys are doing a really good job. You know what you need to work on? The clock. Mm-hmm. And he'd say, you know what you need to do? Sweep that quarter hour. And Zarbano would be like nodding, like, he'd be looking like,
Very good.
You think I haven't told him that already? That's it. Let me get this straight.
Asshole.
They're paying for you to fly in here, putting you up at the hotel, feeding you, to say nothing.
Yeah.
Greatest scam job ever. And he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm going." He was a nice guy. But he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm going to Fort Lauderdale Friday to talk to some AM station there, then Green Bay, and then Sacramento." And I'm like, "You are fucking good for you. You are scamming these idiots."
I think you could probably be a better talk radio
I am
consultant.
a radio
Well,
consultant.
that's always the
Bad
thing.
radio.
You're giving it away for free, though.
I am a radio consultant. I'm saying, don't do this. I've said this before. They should play those fucking things and say, "You're fired, you fucking idiot. You didn't play along. You didn't know he was kidding." The man said to you, whatever, pick your reference. This guy said 12 references in a row that made no sense to anything, and you just ignored him. Why?
But if you had no interest in doing radio, you just wanted to be a radio consultant, you would never get hired because you would go against what
Of
management
course.
want.
No, the irony is they want you to go in and say what they want you to say.
What can we do to be completely boring?
Yeah, like let's not be. You know what you guys should maybe once. I noticed that he doesn't have a single guest on this week. Why is that? I mean, guests are informative and interesting. Why don't you have
People
on
like guests.
Yeah, why don't you have on fucking whoever to talk? Chris Mannix talk about the NBA. I don't know because he's boring. Whoever.
That even when I was a huge. Because I'm still a sports fan. I don't listen to nonstop sports talk radio
Tune
anymore.
out.
But I used to when I was a kid. And even then, I would, if they said, "Hey, here's Grady Little coming up,"
tune
I
out.
would turn it off. Yeah.
Because there's like a good way to handle guests, and then there's a boring way to handle guests. Like the way you do it with it, there's a little bit of confrontation. You're trying to get at an issue. But if you're just having them on to say, "Hey, so what do you think about X? What do you think
But
about
I
Y?"
also
'Cause
think
I've done those
right.
boring ass interviews.
I think people listen to this podcast and okay, they're having a guest on today. Well,
There's going to be a fight, or it's someone funny.
Yeah,
or,
and Kirk at least doesn't usually have guests on, so there has to be a reason why they're on.
Yeah.
It may suck. It may be a disaster, like the one we dropped, whatever that was. It may not work.
Maybe Ronan Farrow's not going to do his voices.
Sure, maybe. But if they want to have him on, we give him the benefit of the doubt because he doesn't always jam him down our throats.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's not even critical of, say, Pardon My Take or whatever, because they have a different style.
Yeah.
Like they do an interview in a way that I appreciate because they are in on the joke.
Yes.
They don't sit there and they're like, "Hey, how about when."
Yeah, you know when they do an interview, it's not Erica Nardini knocking on the door saying, "You guys haven't had any interviews this week."
And they have guests on who I think are boring, but they're entertaining guys, and they try the best they can, and they have great guests on sometimes. Like they can do better interviews than I can with some of these guys because I'd be like, I don't know.
What would I talk to Chris Bosch about?
Or Rob Gronkowski. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you, but they do a good job. I know. But I bet you if you find. We should do a little. We haven't checked in lately. We should tomorrow. Maybe is the radio.com lineup, my old lineup.
Oh, okay.
Because you want to talk about bad guests and bad
dip into some
radio.
podcasts.
The bad podcast world might be worth reinvestigating as well. We haven't heard from any of that crew at all lately. Okay. I wonder how they're doing because Mina's on.
She's still doing a show every single day for
every
ESPN,
day, right?
Yes,
how long is that?
Lenny stays at home. It's about 25-30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But a lot of it's pre-produced too. It's like she does it kind of like a talk show where she throws it over to some NBA reporter who says his little bit. And
do we have it? Do you want to look?
I think I've got some. I got some. I think from the first ESPN show that she put out.
The opposite of anyone who complains about our podcast being too long. If I see a podcast is like 20 minutes, I don't even listen to it because it's like, well, this won't fill my train ride.
Right. Oh, but speaking of which,
Jerry, how much of this is just one game, and how much did it?
What is that?
That was the start of her podcast.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go into your detail about your conversation with your Uber driver yesterday?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll tell you.
Is this really true?
I swear to God.
It seems very coincidental to me.
He lives in Beverly. Oh. And I said, Artie Lang is going to Beverly soon, right? And he goes, I wonder if it's the cabin or whatever the fuck he said.
Cabot, yeah.
Yeah. He says,
what's going on with that, Steve?
His agent is supposed to get back to me about his car ride, and
he's on Rogan,
We're still trying to see if we can do it in person.
Yes, yeah.
So, good. We should try and make that happen.
So he says, I just saw a pretty funny comedian there. The guy from, you ever seen Bob Hart's, whatever the hell it's called? I said, Bob Hart's Abishola? And he said, yeah, that's it. I said, you bet I have.
You guys talk about it?
He says,
which
now
one?
that guy's pretty funny. Billy Gardell.
Really?
Yeah. And he told me a very unfunny joke that he said was fun. But I was like, oh, yes. And then we get into comedy for a little while.
Nothing better when someone relates another person's stand-up.
Yeah,
that's true. Well, Steve, of course, is offended by that. Somebody tells his jokes. It was
actually a horrible. He said that someone heckled him from the audience, and that Billy Gardell responded yeah, well, at least I'm rich and you're not.
Ooh, shit.
That
one always
doesn't seem that funny.
You have 5 Twitter followers, asshole.
Yeah.
I love that.
But yeah, Billy Gardell killing it up in Beverly, I guess.
Bob Hart's Abishola. I forgot that was still on.
And this was a guy that, we always say, well, you forget that these people exist. This was a guy, very nice guy.
Uber driver,
very nice guy. Uber driver, retired
cop or something. Yep. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, you see a lot of that.
Yeah. And it was nice, wholesome man.
Who would have guessed that Beverly, Massachusetts has a thriving comedy scene?
That's good.
Yes, it does.
But a lot of these little towns, like Medford, I know, Lexington has one.
Saugus, right? Where Lenny Clark's place?
But yeah, Lenny plays, and some of these guys play in Lexington. They redid the old town hall into a theater that has 800-900 seats.
The place that I saw Dice was
in Medford.
Yeah.
That's where. There was a show there this weekend. So I don't know. I'm always we've talked about this I think before. Is that worth it for an Artie Lang? Maybe at this point in his life, but 10 years ago, that guy. I mean, that guy's made a shitload of money. He's on Mike and Molly, right?
Yeah.
He's probably worth $20 million. Probably no.
Billy Gardell.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they get away with paying him less because he's not Kevin James.
Well, what does he get an episode for Bob Hart's Abishola?
What do you get from Mike and Molly?
From Mike and Molly, that was pretty popular.
It was syndicated. I mean, it wasn't really the star of it, but he's worth $10 million.
Yeah.
He's going to schlep out to Beverly
to get heckled.
He's going to fly into Logan. He's going to spend the night up there. 700-800 people there. I mean, what's his cut when he walks away? I always wonder that.
Well, a lot of those guys just like doing. I don't know about. A lot of them just have deals where it's not like you pay. You pay for the room,
right,
and then you get the door.
I guess. But geez, I don't know. So let me hear a little bit of Mina.
Jerry, how much of this is just one game, and how much of it is an affirmation of all the things you think you've built?
Well, I think it's one game.
This is like how the podcast starts.
Don Van Natta was on the scene.
Hey, Mina, I'm back at my hotel room. I was just at AT&T Stadium.
They don't tell you what.
Kind of a crazy night here.
You just dropped
this is how it starts?
Yes, touchdown in Dallas this evening. The scrum for Jerry Jones was
what is this?
Fascinating as usual.
This is the very beginning of her first podcast.
With our cell phones
we didn't drop it in the middle.
After the
we make fun of ourselves for a new listener not knowing what's going on.
Strong proclamation.
What the fuck are they talking about?
What are they talking about?
Season. He touted the team's high energy, but did it in a very low energy, measured, almost muted way.
Don, I'm surprised to hear you describe him as muted. One, because
they don't even start by acknowledging that Mina Kimes
because this was a huge game, right? It had the biggest.
I think they drop into the
swing
intro,
in
but this is the whole trend, is like the cold open, where you just get right into content, so you grab people, and then you can do an intro
would have
later.
dropped to 26.7%, according to our FBI index. Instead, it's 64.4%. Do you think Jerry believes this was a big game, that it saved the season?
Well, you know, I mean, I saw Jerry on the field prior to the game. I had a chance to visit with him and catch up with him, and he admitted that he was nervous. He said this is a big game. It's one we need. But I think it's a game that...
All right. I mean, what human being... Look, I understand that everyone loves football. I get it.
I get lost in a trance when we play that stuff.
But who wants to listen to that? I understand everyone loves football. I get it. But why is that interesting?
I have no idea.
See, that's the thing, is like, I still like sports, but I'd much rather listen to Big Cat and PFT talk about it.
But you can like sports
or
without
whoever.
caring about the 10% statistics.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't even understand why that's interesting.
Well,
she makes nothing about it conversation, or she's interviewing some boring beat writer.
I'd rather listen to like Mike and Mike than that. Where
that just sounds like to me sounds like any typical 3-minute TV hit.
Yeah.
Like podcasts are supposed to be different, aren't they?
No. You're supposed to do exactly what you were doing on what was failing on TV. We like to translate that to podcast.
She also got rid of the best, funniest thing from her old podcast. Yes,
I guess. I suppose.
Let's be honest. Lenny's the reason for
Lenny's
her
great, but I mean,
the only podcast that's bark is worse than its bite.
I suppose that's true. Yeah. Jesus. All right. What do you think we got tomorrow? Anything got coming up, Steve?
Well, we can go take a dive on some more podcasts.
We should have done that in a while.
We can check in with the Esquire 15, the old radio.com lineup.
Oh, Jesus. I do want to hear from radio.com because...
Well, I think some of them are gone already.
Is that true?
Yeah, the last time I went looking for the radio.com lineup, I couldn't find Home and Home.
Where do I go to find that right now? I just go to radio.com?
Well, that's the other thing. Their entire internet infrastructure is so fucking stupid they make it impossible to find.
It is amazing. Radio.com.
Yeah, I usually just search like radio.com, Home and Home, or you have to go to their podcast page and sort by subject and then search alphabetically through a couple of pages until you find it. They have...
I like when I just went to radio.com. I haven't done it forever. I like because you're sort of traveling through time. It's a nice 1997 website.
It's fucking ridiculous.
No.
And they can
rewind now.
They have so many shit podcasts. Like Anthony Scaramucci is still doing a podcast for radio.com. And I bet like 5 people listen to it.
I want the lineup. Like, where's the lineup of these shows? Where the fuck do I find it?
You can't.
If you
you can't get that from here.
Well, you have Home and Home with
There you go.
Ross Tucker and Dave Briggs.
so
there.
it is still up there.
Yep.
Okay.
New show, Swings and Misses, with Cody and
It says
Jennifer.
new?
Yeah, launches.
It's been like 2 months.
When you go to it, it's blank.
Yeah.
And they send you to the announcement in July that they have a new show. God, they fucking suck. It's incredible.
It's a state-of-the-art media company right here,
Oh
folks.
my God.
And here it is. Okay. But then at the bottom, they link to the one from yesterday. I don't fucking even understand it. Like, I don't even get it.
It's amazing the things they do care about versus the things they don't care about.
Home and Home with Ross Tucker and Dave Briggs, live from 8 to 11, Monday to Friday. So they're on right now. Can you imagine how brutal that show must be? Oh, my God.
Imagine. Take it away, Ross.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
These people run a business. No wonder their stocks in the tank.
It's like somebody there thought that just buying the domain radio.com was going to be some
they
huge
love that.
That was a big thing.
They love
Yeah.
that. They
Yeah,
love
Like, don't
that.
you understand? There will only be one radio.com.
I'm like, well, what if the content sucks? So what? People will just go to radio.com. Well, why? I would never type that in. But it's radio.
It's radio.com.
I know, but it's 2000 fucking whatever it was, 17.
That would have been big in like 2003.
Yeah. Well, even earlier than that. Probably .com boom. You could have sold radio.com for $1 million in
so it would be like
97.
audible.com or something. So great. Like now you have radio.com. So you go to it and it makes no sense. And by the way, that website looks like it's 12 years old, 15 years old.
And the thing is, they've got like one model for a website that they drop onto all of their stations.
It's unbelievable.
That would essentially be like if Dave Portnoy 17 years ago bought blog.com and was like, well, kick my feet up now, game over.
Yeah, just I mean, people will just physically type the words. They have to.
Yeah.
And by
Just
the way,
sitting around like, I kind of want to read a blog.
Here's the other thing. Who is fucking going to websites and typing the names of websites anymore? Who the fuck does that?
Right.
Yeah, everything from Twitter, I go to podcasts. When you actually physically type in never.
Radio.com.
Or you always go through Google if you're trying to.
Right, but do you
Well, sometimes I do go to bobmurchison.com.
What's going on there?
We're filling out the content. We got some Minifans working on the back end. We're turning that into a nice little journalistic exploration of a certain activist.
Excellent. Good.
And his
that's
family.
important. And hopefully we'll hear. I mean, I know I just looked at a lot of people viewed that little clip we played yesterday.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't think we're going to get any feedback from him today.
That's disappointing.
Or any journalists who are willing to step up and say, I will be happy to, where's Sue on that? As usual, nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, these people love to, when can I come on again?
She loves the little taste of the Kirky world.
Right. What can
she
be
likes,
part of the
she
world?
likes the buzz. She opens up her phone and she sees she's got more than fucking 5 notifications
Right.
on Twitter. And she likes that.
But, when things get real, it's kind of, I don't want to piss off that.
pain in the ass,
And meanwhile, you're pissing off nobody except for him. Nobody in that community has his back.
No.
As we saw on
right.
Saturday.
And
People are turning on him.
And again, let's have an open discussion. Sue, I think, would be a great person to moderate it.
Yeah, we do need to do a little bit of a mailing, though, because I think we discovered on Saturday that the tenants in his building there at Peace Abbey have no idea what he's been doing.
Well,
None.
Get to work on it.
We're going to do a
let
little
them know.
letter writing campaign.
All right. So, so we'll get, I guess, I don't know what else we have for tomorrow, but I'm sure we'll have more shit tomorrow.
Oh, something always fucking happens.
Something always happens.
Something will happen at like 7 o'clock tonight. And
you think so?
Blind Mike will text us something. And
yeah, what happened with your show with MHB yesterday, Mike?
He has an odd work schedule, so the scheduling hasn't quite worked out.
Yeah, he's pure commissions now, so he's really going to hustle for his bread.
Yes, I don't know about that.
For his bread?
His bread. His cake. His cheddar.
His bread. Okay.
His greenbacks.
I understand.
Yeah.
So he can't give you 20 minutes of his time?
Oh, it's not. It's just I also have to do it when my producer is around.
Warthog?
No, someone else.
Okay. Warthog can't produce?
Warthog lives far away. It's a whole.
What does Warthog do for a job?
He's in the restaurant biz.
Oh, you said that. What does that mean?
He works for he's a manager at an Italian restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a chain or a...
I think they have a few locations, yeah.
Oh. Boy, exciting to see him managing that place.
Oh, it's got to be.
By.
Do you have a
Hey, come on.
Do you have a fun nickname for your producer guy?
No, I don't.
No? Does Warthog have a nickname for you?
Do your friends call you Blind Mike?
No.
No, I can't.
No.
Did he start as Warthog when you first met him?
No.
Oh, it was Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. It developed over time.
Right. Why? Well, I don't want to know the answer to that. Does your
The
girlfriend
Warthog
call
is a
him
compelling
Warthog?
character.
Say again?
Does your girlfriend call him Warthog?
No.
No?
I don't always call. I just call him that to be silly.
Yes.
Chris is his name.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that's right. His name was Chris.
Yeah.
Was there any fallout with your girlfriend after
Yeah, it's
Saturday?
been a couple of days. Is
No,
everything's
not at all.
okay?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there was no. She knows I'm kidding around. You know.
Yeah. All right. She had a good time.
Yes, very much so.
All right. You guys don't live together, right?
No,
Okay. No plans on that happening.
not in the near future.
Does she live near you?
Yeah, 10 minutes away.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she did. I thought people seemed to like her. She was a big hit.
Good.
Very friendly, I thought.
Yeah, she is friendly.
I don't know.
Of
Seemed
the
like a
two
woman.
of us, she's friendlier.
Yeah, she's more. Yeah, you are. I mean, I am antisocial like normally. I had to turn it on there. You are unbelievably antisocial.
Not there, I wasn't.
You
Really?
were not. Yeah, you weren't.
I
Like,
don't know. He was running a receiving line. He was
Yeah,
just
he
standing
wasn't
there,
going-
and everybody was.
Well, I
coming
don't
up.
go. I can't.
That's
fucking-
true.
I don't know who's looking at me, who's not.
true.
What do you want from me?
There were so many people who came up to me like, Mike's blind.
yeah, that was a big takeaway too.
Yeah.
Like,
No shit.
Gee.
Yeah, well, Steve was pretty social.
but I'm a
Steve was
social
in-
guy.
Steve, you were in your elements. You were enjoying
Yeah.
it. You were enjoying the experience.
I was hustling. I was working.
No,
I think everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yes, I think so. All right, so yeah, we'll have that. I don't know. Any of these stories? Nothing really. I don't care about this one. What's the Scorsese? Oh, Scorsese wrote an op-ed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you might be interested
For
in
what?
that, being a film critic and whatnot. He's trying to put his criticism of
like
the
3
Marvel
paragraphs.
movies. He's trying to put his Marvel movie criticism in context, I guess.
I don't understand.
First of all, you didn't finish it.
How did the
cut off in the
print off era?
Right.
Yeah.
Good job. I mean, I don't know what he doesn't like fucking Marvel movies. What do you
Okay,
want?
well, yeah, why is that
I
a
don't know.
story?
I think he was
80 years old. What do you-
Greatly offended some people in the film community.
I pay attention to this, and these people are fucking babies.
Well, I bet
do
no
you
one will
think-
see The Irishman now. Everyone will boycott it.
Yeah, but I mean, also, do you think anyone's going to stop watching the Marvel movies because
course
Scorsese
not.
says they're like a theme park ride?
No.
They are like a theme park ride.
Yeah,
they're,
Scorsese-
very,
Scorsese-
they're very well done. but they're-
Scorsese was right, and the people that tell him to fuck off are also right. Like, who cares?
Right. I mean, he's right. Like, they're not, and the other thing is, but where he's wrong is he's like, because his big thing was, what about the places we need theaters for Paul Thomas Anderson movies and for these movies? And it's like, I'm with you. I like those guys too, but it's a business. You know, if people aren't going to go to the theaters to see them anymore because of Netflix, by the way, a company that just paid you $200 million to a budget to make a movie,
Right.
That's life. Like, that's, people look at it and say, gee, the new Star Wars movie comes out next month. People go to the theater to see that because it's a theater going experience. A Marriage Story, that Noah Baumbach movie that he just made with Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver. It's like a really small personal movie. Is going to be on Netflix. It'll be in the theaters for a couple of weeks. People are going to say, you know what? I can sit at home and watch that and have the same experience. Right. That's how it works now. That's there's just a new option.
Makes sense.
Instead of saying, what the fuck?
It's different than it used to be. Why are things different?
They used to put news in front of the movies.
Scorsese wants to blame anybody. Blame his buddy George Lucas. You know, he fucked it up for everyone. Like, when he had an idea, you know, people mocked it, and it became the most successful franchise in the history of American entertainment.
Easily.
I mean, there's nothing even close to it to this day. I mean, I know Marvel movies are bigger now, but
they are bigger than Star Wars, but
they're bigger now.
Overall, Star Wars is still a bigger
looms over the culture. Yeah. I mean, you know, Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney for I think $4 billion. It's a fucking steal for Disney at 3 times the price.
Yeah,
they're putting a theme park in Disney World.
That's true,
I mean, that's going to be insane.
It's just got this legacy entertainment value. It's like something you introduce your kids to. You know?
Yeah, Disney Plus opens next week. They built it all around Star Wars.
Yeah,
like, that's what they do. I mean, that's, you know. I'm kind of bummed my kids don't like Star Wars that much. It sort of bums me out. Kate likes it okay. She wants to go to the opening. We've gone to the opening of all the ones, but they're not that really.
She's kind of like, I'll go for Dad.
Yeah, that's it. Like, we'll go and get dinner before. I'll be all excited. She's like, you're on the movies? The movie theater? Why?
Nerd.
Her friends don't go to the movies. They don't go to the theater at all.
No, I imagine not.
They don't. Like, their biggest stars like Logan Paul.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that was still a thing. Like, when I was in high school, it was still like we could go to the movies on a Friday night or whatever.
That doesn't exist.
No.
We never did. The closest movie theater was an hour away.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was in Moscow?
The Boondocks.
Where was it, Steve?
Yes. Our people weren't allowed movies.
An hour away from Dexter?
Yeah.
Where was that theater?
Bangor, Maine.
You never went?
No. I mean, we go occasionally, but it was like a big thing.
So, like, what movie? Like,
Gladiator, I think, was one we went and saw in theater.
Okay, you drove to that.
Was a good one. Yeah, well, I mean, your parents drive.
It'd be great if Steve slipped up and was like, Gone with the Wind. I know.
Yeah, the talkies were weird. But you were fucking at that point.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Not seeing a lot of movies. Not seeing a lot of movies, but a lot of fucking.
Yeah, a lot of plowing.
Like, but even this past weekend, people were like surprised this Terminator movie tanked. Why? I mean, there's no appetite for that.
I forgot it came out. Yeah.
It's like how many times can you bring Arnold Schwarzenegger back and have him be like, I'll be back?
I mean, it's dumb anyway. He's like a 75-year-old like fucking robot. Like
the Christian Bale one tanked too.
Totally tanked.
Yeah.
Nobody, Schwarzenegger just had one like 2 years ago. They did. But also, kids don't want to fucking see that movie. For some reason, Marvel, and by the way, kids aren't seeing Marvel movies either. It's all like guys like
adults
your age.
that can't
like,
grow up.
They love it. That's great. But Scorsese's point is, I don't like those movies. And people are like, well, how fucking dare you not like these movies? Well, he doesn't like the movies.
Yeah,
what are we supposed to do?
You have an element of that in you too. Like if people don't like the movies that you like, you look down on them.
It's not true. Like what?
Like any of your top five. Any of your top
If you haven't
five.
seen them, I think that's crazy.
What was that dumb one with De Niro?
Midnight Run? It's a
Yeah,
great
Midnight
movie.
Run.
It's a great movie.
You're like you judge people who don't like Midnight Run.
It's a great movie. Tremendous movie. But if you hadn't seen it, that's my issue. But if somebody doesn't, I was getting the music people like, oh, I hate Springsteen. It's like, well, all right. What do you want me to do? Go fucking hate him. I don't care. I like him. That part I never get. But Scorsese's an old man. Coppola's an old man, and the time has passed them by. But, you know, I don't know. Who knows? I don't fucking know. But I want to see the
There's been a story for this long. Wasn't it a couple weeks ago he said it? And
he weighed in again the other day, and people keep asking him. He'll answer it because he likes movies. And he's like, yeah, I don't like these movies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. What
you want from me?
What do you want him to say? That he likes these? Okay, he likes them.
Does anyone watch Goodfellas and say that guy doesn't like Iron Man?
Yeah, the guy who made fucking, yeah, right. The guy who made friggin' The Age of Innocence doesn't like friggin' Ant-Man 2.
Yeah,
and there's some snobbery attached to it for sure.
Sure,
but you know,
I think
he's earned it.
He's earned that.
He's earned it. I don't know. But Marvel crowd is like crazy though. They like, fucking want to kill this guy. You don't want him to if he doesn't direct one of these movies, they're gonna fucking, what does he have to do for them to forgive him?
The snap was very emotional for all of us.
The what?
The snap.
Oh, when the world changed or
yes,
whatever?
when Thanos snapped half of the universe out of existence.
Yeah, but it turned out okay.
Yeah, it did. It was
the
close.
The franchise is done
for
now,
about
though?
5 years. It was close. Oh, I think they're going to still churn out Spider-Man movies for quite a while.
Yeah.
I think I've seen
one
of those movies.
Imagine how popular Black Panther was. You don't think they're coming back with another Black Panther movie?
Yeah,
they're going to keep a lot of these characters.
But Black Panther, for example, was excellent.
Yeah, it was.
It was very good.
I saw Iron Man 2.
Do you think Black Panther was a blaxploitation film?
We'll save that for tomorrow, Steve. Okay.
You're a big film guy, and you're gonna fucking get all snobby when I ask you a question about film.
I know S.U. Robinson's your political name. What's your movie name?
Also, S.C. Robinson.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
Is there
That's
film
how I
review
do-
history?
That's
Or
how I do
Stevie
my
Robinson.
movies.
You're just hanging with Stevie.
Hey, what's going on, kids? What's the scat? What's going on out there? What's the G? Imagine there's like 50 different. The biggest thoughts on Steve are these 100 years old, not a human being, not born in this country. Those are the three biggest.
I agree with all of those.
And a pathological liar.
I don't go for that
Not
one.
only that,
but the
those-
first three I'll agree.
How old do you think Steve is, if you had to guess?
86.
I was going to say 86.
Yeah.
I think he's 86 years old.
Yeah, that's about fair.
30.
You are definitely not 30. Definitely not 30.
A 30-year-old wouldn't respond like that.
I'm 30.
I'm 30. You ruffians.
So the Linda Marks thing is done. Let me just close the door on that as well.
Yeah,
I think so.
No, I gotta go mail her a check today. It's gonna
hurt physically. I can't believe you're gonna give in like that. You let her beat you like that. Beat Steve Robinson?
That'll be the last scene of the first movie.
It's always tomorrow. Just walks away from the mails that check.
Well, the thing is, you love heroes so much. I'm trying to preserve the future value of a hero's performance on a non-laryngitis day.
It's a sacrifice.
I'll give you the future performance if you like right here. On the fucking phone. Like I don't think we. No, I don't know. It irks you so much. I don't want to see you.
Oh, you'd never like to see me in discomfort.
No, I don't want to see you get angry. Well, I mean, I don't want you to
Not for something this silly.
assault her or something at the next event. I mean, she's gonna be safe, right? She said nothing about the photograph though.
No, she was silent when I brought that
that
up.
is a.
It's one of those things where.
Why was she up there?
She wanted the glory. She thought that the day. She
was her day.
thought the day was about her.
It was kind of her day.
That's clear.
Yes.
She thought the day was about her, but it's one of those conversations where you've so outwitted somebody with your mental
Sure,
jujitsu.
you've been there. You weren't on the debate team in high school or anything?
No, we didn't have a debate team.
Oh, college?
Oh, the Pusinian Society.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, so what would that be? Like, would you take on other colleges?
No, it was.
You just debate internally
We had disputations
within the other classmates
every Thursday. Yes,
Every Thursday.
every Thursday, the society get together to drink box wine and have disputations.
What were
I don't trust anyone that ever belonged to a society.
what were some of the topics? Just
we debate like.
did you know going in what the topics were?
Yeah, and two people are
judges or
are charged with giving an oration. And you vote at the end of the day.
How many people were in it?
It varied. When we started, well, I guess we kind of rehabilitated the society because it was around in the 19th century. And it was
when you originally started.
It started around 10 and grew to about 30. It's still around. I'd say there's still about 30.
Are you
people
proud of
in
that
it.
legacy? Yeah.
Oh, yes, I am.
Who was it? Who was the judge? Would it fluctuate?
No, there was no judge. Everyone voted.
Big powdered wig.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your biggest win?
Oh, there were so many.
No, I understand. But,
we did them about like the whether Christianity has been a force for good in the world.
Which side were you on?
Oh, I think you know.
Yes?
Yes, of course.
Why would you take the side that you disagree with? That's more
Well, that was
interesting.
the rule in the Pusinian Society is you can only advocate for things you believe in.
Sounds like a fun group of
Were the
guys,
Robinson rules within the Pusinian rules or no?
Some of the Robinson rules just became Pusinian rules.
Oh. Were you president of the Pusinian Society?
No, I was poet laureate.
I beg your pardon?
I was poet laureate.
What do you mean by that? You would do poetry?
Yes.
There's poetry of you?
This is a man that slandered the good name of my friend MHP.
I did not slander MHP. I said all along that this adds depth to the character of MHP.
So you have,
that it's nothing to be ashamed of.
So you have poems?
Yes.
About what?
About political philosophy, about...
Would they rhyme?
One was about a cat.
Tomorrow's show's done for us.
Would they rhyme?
Some of them, yeah.
Can you give me a few lines?
I have to go look them up. It's been so long since I've read them. I think I have them, though.
The poet laureate of the Pusinian Society?
Yeah.
You're drinking boxed wine with these people?
Yeah, it was fun.
Steve definitely wrote the type of poetry that doesn't rhyme. It's
no question.
thinking man's poetry.
No, I did most of it, I would say.
Were you Steve
preponderance
Robinson?
of my poetry rhymed.
Were you Steve Robinson or no?
That's got to be SE.
I think so.
You were, okay.
I think that was pre-SE.
There's a lot going on with this guy at that time. Jesus, I just want to,
Yeah, the timeline, you might say it would take longer than 30 years to do all this.
You packed in a lot in this life. I mean, sometimes he's just going to walk away from this and go on to the next thing.
Yeah.
He's always on the move.
That's true. Always looking for something.
We'll find it tomorrow. I have a feeling, Steve, you don't have to look too far. I have a feeling it's going to be uncovered.
People
for
might be
you.
sending it to us, yeah.
Might already
Oh
be.
no, none of it's public. None of it was published. I'm not like MHB level. MHB was actually published in poetry journals. Mine was never submitted.
I told you that. DC told me Saturday's never recovered from that body shot. MHB's never recovered from the poetry thing. You ruined
poet on poet crime.
a massive ally.
I don't understand that.
I think also the thing that went on with the doxing, he just is not. He's afraid to jump in the middle of a fight now, I think. I think there's part of him, and only speculation, that he want to show up Saturday because he's a guy who's paranoid.
You think?
He'll find his car and just take pictures of him and all that stuff.
That was a day to rebel against that.
I understand that, but I just think he's the paranoid guy.
That's true. He does get very worried. I don't know if that played into that.
I don't either.
You got to remember, he's coming from far away. He lives in Pennsylvania.
People came from fucking all over the place.
That's true.
What are you laughing? Oh, Steve's looking at his old poetry. Okay, give me a couple of lines.
This one's called Tales of an American College.
Jesus.
You're fired.
Is there going to be anything? This will turn me into a liberal, I'm sure. It'll just be so disgusting.
Are you the bad boy conservative on campus or no?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he was.
I don't know. I think we should probably save it for tomorrow.
Save it for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, poetry reading tomorrow.
What a tease. All right.
Jesus. What, Tales of what?
Tales of an American College. It's a moral. There's a moral to this story.
Is there a bit of satire attached to it as well?
And it rhymes.
It does rhyme.
Yes, it rhymes.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right, S.C. Robinson reading poetry tomorrow.
Exciting.
Jesus. Well, we covered it all today. I don't know how the hell we did it, but we did
Really
it.
did.
I'll give just a few lines, just a tease for tomorrow.
Boy, Steve's just dying to... Okay. I was moving on, but go ahead.
When I arrived to this fair land, unthinkable vice was right at hand. I frolicked to parties so jolly and gay. With many a lady I rolled in the hay.
Oh, boy. You don't look well.
God have mercy on myself. I'm physically ill right now.
There should be redemption for MHB.
No, seriously, I am honestly I'm getting physically ill.
You'll be able to do it tomorrow.
I'm looking outside the sky and there's animals flying around. Nothing makes sense anymore.
I'm gonna have to print these out and let you read them.
Okay, well we can all take a gander at it. So did you write this in pen? Did you go?
Yeah, probably my moleskin notebook.
Would you walk? Would you walk around and think before you would?
The funny part of that,
was I strolling around the Bowdoin Quad?
The campus, and would you go into downtown? Would you go over to Harpswell, or is that the name of the town?
Yes.
Would you go and you take a look at the water?
Into the Bowdoin Pines, yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the part that makes me laugh about that is not that he had a moleskin notebook. It's that years later he would tell us, in my moleskin notebook.
Oh, he loved it. That's where he did his work.
I still have them.
Because when I'm writing my book, my novel, I have to pin myself, basically tie myself to the chair because my instinct is to go away. I have to sit there and write.
Mm-hmm. It helps. Do you type it out or do you write it by hand?
I type it out.
Yeah.
You write it by hand?
Yeah, it helps me to write it by hand, but that's just me.
I mean, you are
a writer.
86 years old. It's a little different. We've never written a novel. Or have you?
One of the great mysteries.
Give me those.
Did you see there is an SE?
I did see that. Give me those lines again.
When I arrived to this fair land, unthinkable vice was right at hand. I frolicked to parties so jolly and gay. With many a lady I rolled in the hay.
And Mike, you think he's older than 30?
Oh my God!
After reading that, you really think he's? Do you want to apologize to him?
I want to apologize for Dave Portnoy for not giving him the proper. There's never been a more perfect summation.
What did he say?
Just the biggest douchebag on the planet.
Yeah. He's our guy, but he is. Did you get applause after this poem?
Yes, this was a hit, actually.
You do this out loud and sort of grand and you perform it.
Yes.
What does that have to do with debating?
It's a literary society.
Oh.
The Pusinian Society.
So we encourage the arts.
Why is it called the Pusinian Society?
Pusinian is kind of, it's a Latin word that they made up to mean of the pines.
Oh. I mean, is there any doubt that we just gave Murchison all he needs? This is some sort of racist. The tradition stems back 300 years.
I mean, you said gay. I don't know. It just seems homophobic to me. It's good enough. I'm surprised they haven't fired people for that yet. All right, so I guess we're going to get that tomorrow as well. So plenty to get to. And I'm sure we'll have 50 updates. And I'm sure people will weigh in and say they're mad at us for this or that and this and that. You can't win. No. I've learned you can't win.
Don't worry about them.
No?
No.
Okay, I won't do that. All right, we'll be back tomorrow.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.